Welcome to the 2025 Aultman Health Systems Aultcare YouTube Game of the Week from 1480 WHBC Sports. Let's head to the booth.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to Thom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, where tonight we have high school football for you on our WHBC YouTube Game of the Week, presented by Aultman Health Systems and Aultcare, along with Coach Thom McDaniels. I'm Frank Cilona. So glad you're with us tonight. We've got a good one for you. The McKinley Bulldogs will play host to St. Augustine Prep out of Richland, New Jersey. Two teams that have really got things going here. Now, McKinley, a big win last week, Coach.
Right.
St. Augustine did not play last week, but they're a team that certainly is a powerhouse in the state of New Jersey, and we look forward to seeing them tonight. But let's talk about the McKinley Bulldogs. Last week, a nice win at another school that you coached at, and that was Warren Harding. Talk about some of the things that you saw from that.
Well, they did some impressive things in the win. They forced Warren Harding to kick 4 field goals, which means that Harding was in position to score touchdowns, but came away with nothing other than a field goal on 4 different occasions. The defense came up with 2 scores. A fumble recovery for a touchdown and a pass interception for 92-yard touchdown. They had 2 scores running the ball, and they had 2 scores in the passing game. So that's just a capsule of the good things that happened for them. I know that they had some coverage issues in the kicking game. I'm sure they worked hard this week to correct that, but it was a good opening game win for them.
Well, for McKinley, they had a couple of players last week that really weren't supposed to be in the spotlight, but Kylan West, the Hoban transfer, came in at running back and did a really nice job and really impressed the coaching staff. He stayed in there and finished the ball game. A real impressive night for him. And then also, Trent Hayden, the quarterback, the young man that transferred from Akron Hoban, had a nice game as well.
Very
so Coach Renzi Purnell had a really nice, comment for both of those players.
Yeah. Efficiency from the quarterback position, I think he was 8 of 13 or something near that, at least for 2 scores. Limited number of passing yards, but it's what you get at the end of the night, and in terms of scores that matters most. But a little good balance relative to scoring, for them.
Well, for the Hermits of St. Augustine Prep, now that's one of the nicknames we haven't heard. I don't think in my lifetime I've never heard a team be called the Hermits, but really neat nickname for them. But the Hermits come in this ball game. They have an experienced coach. I had a really nice chat with their coach this week, and he pointed out a couple of kids that certainly have got to be mentioned. Damari Simeon, the young man going to Ohio State, the defensive lineman, 2 guys on that defensive line. Another one going to Northwestern, and Nicholas Costa. So they've got some kids on defense that can play.
Well, they're both defensive tackles too. So that speaks to perhaps their stoutness up front defensively. And McKinley likes to run the ball, so we'll find out, pretty early in the game whether they can handle those 2 D tackles.
All right, should be a great matchup tonight between the Hermits and the Bulldogs. And we come back, we'll have the kickoff of tonight's game.
At Aultcare, we care about your well-being and the importance of being well. You deserve access to the best in healthcare. With over 16,000 providers in network, Aultcare makes it easy for you to find a local provider you can trust. Our services are focused entirely on you. Aultcare's team of local physicians, nurses, dietitians, pharmacists, and more are available to help you navigate the healthcare system to receive the quality care you deserve. We take your healthcare personally because you matter.
For over 60 years, Friends and Family Credit Union has proudly served Stark County. We provide financial services to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Stark County. Whether it's a loan, savings, checking, or other financial services, now more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family. Come visit any of our 3 locations, online or our mobile app. Our focus is always you, the member.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Massillon, and Alliance. Order online today at oldcarolina.com.
Life happens at full speed. Your internet should too. Introducing MCTV Accelerate Fiber, the fast, reliable internet that keeps your family seamlessly connected. With speeds up to 1 gigabit, Accelerate Fiber is perfect for work, play, and staying connected with loved ones. MCTV, fast, reliable, built for the moments that matter most. Upgrade today and experience the difference.
Visit mctvohio.com or call today.
Today's leftovers are tomorrow's hot dog toppings. The leftover dog. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum. We've all had a foot long, but who amongst us has had the courage to attempt a foot high? Stack it high. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum.
We provide both service like preventative maintenance on your local residential house. We provide custom ductwork. We do residential and commercial HVAC, and we do refrigeration for restaurants, for gas stations. We can fix your furnace or we can fix your rooftop at your place of business themselves. Also, it's the comfort of your home. I mean, you want someone that's experienced and done it all to make sure your home is comfortable in the temperature you like it.
The news of the day, every day, on Canton's Morning News with Pam Cook.
Paving every alley in the city of Canton over the first 4 years is just part of the plan. Right now, we have contractors who are cleaning these alleys up that haven't been addressed for decades and decades. And literally, there were people coming out of their houses and hugging the guys working for the contractor cleaning these alleys up.
Yeah.
But that's a good thing.
It is a great thing.
It is a good thing.
1480 WHBC.
I'm Myles Garrett of the Cleveland Browns. Proud to be a member of Team Sarchon. Join us in Sarchon Auto Group as we drive towards a brighter future. Because when we come together, on and off the field, we can accomplish anything. Community, teamwork, strength. That's what we're all about.
Aultman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Aultman is always here for you.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Massillon, and Alliance. Order online today at oldcarolina.com.
With Bell Store's Bell Buddy Rewards, you save in-store and at the pump. New members receive 20 cents off per gallon as a welcome gift. Everyday savings are made easy. Instantly enjoy 3 cents off per gallon just for being a member. When you spend $25 in store, unlock an extra 5 cents off per gallon on your next fill-up. Buy 5, get 1 free. Track your drinks and earn free coffee, fountain, icy, and espresso with drink clubs. So start saving today. Download the Bell Stores app and sign up for Bell Buddy Rewards.
From the heart of the Hall of Fame city to the Carnation City, all the way into the City of Champions. Mixed Mornings have come back home, and we can't wait to have you on our team.
Sounds like Stark County. Mixed Mornings with Matt Bento. Weekdays 6 till 10. Mix 94.1.
Welcome to the Aultman Health Systems Aultcare YouTube Game of the Week. I'm Frank Cilona alongside Coach Thom McDaniels coming to you tonight from Thom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium here in Canton. Tonight, it's the St. Augustine Hermits from Richland, New Jersey, taking on the tradition-rich Canton McKinley Bulldogs in a marquee matchup. And, Coach, looking forward to this one tonight. A team that we really don't know a whole lot about coming in from New Jersey. We hear that they've got some talented players, certainly on that defensive line, and it should be a good matchup before this is all over.
Exactly. McKinley's got 1 game under their belt already, and so they've got the benefit of having a game and been contested and having won the first game, and this will be the season opener for the Hermits.
Well, the McKinley Bulldogs won the toss. They deferred, so they will kick off here to start the ball game. Beautiful night for football. Boy, if you're a football fan, just a few clouds in the sky, partly cloudy, if you will. 60 degrees to start this ball game. I know it's going to dip down here a little bit cooler here this evening, but I'm sure none of the players or anybody on the field is going to complain about this one.
No, this is football fall weather.
We are ready to go as Tommy Mankowski has it teed up for the Bulldogs, and he will kick it to Bryce Clark and Ty McClear. We're going to welcome everybody on board tonight. And here's the kick. And this one is a short kick, and it's going to be to the up man at around the 18-yard line. And taking it across that 30 to about the 32-yard line is Roman Coney. He is the running back, starting running back for the Hermits. It's the St. Augustine Hermits, as I mentioned, from Richland, New Jersey, about 2.5 hours south of New York City. Okay. From what we understand. Had a nice conversation with their head coach, Pete Lacenta, and he was really impressed with his team. Obviously, they've had some great practices leading up to this one. So this will be a tester for them as they come in from New Jersey. And after this play, we'll take a look at the starting lineups for the offense of the Hermits. Ryan Storr, the quarterback, going to fake the handoff, and this was a pass to the wide receiver and brought down after just maybe a short gain is DJ Lewis. Take a look here at the St. Augustine Prep offense. The front line, Irvin, Shields, Mueller, Green, and DePaula. The quarterback is Storr, the running back Coney. The tight end is Heffenstein, Lewis, McClear, and Flynn, the wide receivers.
Great reaction by Dwan Robinson to recognize what the intended outcome was for the play, to make the tackle for only a minimum gain.
Just a 1 yard gain, and here's Coney, the running back, has some running room on the outside and knocked out of bounds just short of the first down marker. Coming up, making a big hit there defensively for the Bulldogs. If we take a look at that Bulldog defense, the linemen are Hinkle, Dawkins, and Daniels. Antonio Stevens, the one to look for there. The linebackers, Brooks and Mitchell. The defensive backs, Brown, Crook, Davis, Robinson, and McClellan. Crook had a good game last week against Warren Harding, so keep an eye on number 9 as well for the Bulldogs. So third down and about 2 here for the Hermits. And here is a quarterback keeper, and don't believe he got there. They're still scrumming, but he's going to be about a yard short.
Well, he bobbled the snap. He was under center, and it was an intended quarterback sneak to get the needed yardage for the first down, but he bobbled the snap. And that's never good when you're trying to run a quarterback sneak. And so they probably picked up half of what they needed.
Yeah, throws everything off. I mean, that certainly is a timing thing. And fourth down, and looks like they're going to test the waters here. Maybe see what the discipline is on that McKinley front four. If they stay, and they're going to snap it, and they give it to the fullback, and with some rumbling and stumbling, and they pick up the first down, and a nice job that time by, that's Jackson Foley. I believe that was who it was. Let's take a look here.
He's not listed on our depth chart, but he's a big running back.
Number 19, I'm sorry, that was Jaden Robinson, a big defensive tackle, and not bad having a big guy like that rumbling for a first down. So the Hermits, and there he is again. He's going to get it, but this time he's tripped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Hermits were in a spread formation on the first play of the game, but they've been in 2 tight ends and 2 backs in the backfield, advertising an intention to run, and they've done that with the big back, number 19, 2 plays in a row.
Just underway here, first quarter, opening drive for St. Augustine Prep.
They're back in the gun.
Going to go 2 receivers on the near side. Now going to send a man in motion. That is Heffenstein. And now Comey with a big run that time, picking up the first down. And Roman Coney showing some speed there.
I'm looking for the number of what I'm calling an H-back. He's a tight end type body, lined up off the ball. He went in motion, and he ended up being a lead receiver on the play.
That Heffenstein, number 2?
I think that's right.
Yep.
Yes.
That's him again in motion. And there's a fake. No, it does give it to Coney that time, and the Bulldogs defense is right there to make the stop. A nice play there by McKinley. Hey, we're proud to announce our partnership with Rock Entertainment. Your YouTube games, or our YouTube games, will air on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network on a delayed basis as well. RESN is available statewide in Ohio, Spectrum Cable 979, and also at watchrocksports.com. Check out the website for replay times.
Heffenstein is a 6'4", 225-pound H-back. And right now, when he goes in motion, he's taking us to the football.
So he's lined up again. There he goes in motion. And a pass left side, and a nice play, good blocking, and some running room for Ty McClear. And McClear takes it all the way down near the 10-yard line. They're going to mark him they're going to say he was down at around the 12. So McClear with a nice little screen, wide receiver screen. He got some blocking up front.
Well, that's the key to that play, and we see a lot of people utilizing that play, bubble screen, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
And yet we don't always see the blocking as executed as well as it was on that particular place. I'm already impressed with them, and early impression is that they're well coached.
Here's a handoff to Coney, and looking for some running room on that left side. Stays in bounds just inside the 10-yard line. Other games tonight on our WHBC network. Our Freshmark Sugardale radio game is Louisville at Alliance. We'll get you some scores on that one as the night progresses. Friends and Family Credit Union stream game is on WHBCSports.com. That is St. Vincent St. Mary at Perry.
Coach indicated that they want to run the ball 60% of the time and throw it 40% of the time, and I think they're on schedule with that so far.
Yeah, when I talked with Coach Lacenta, he told me, he says, we have got to run the ball successfully, and we've got to be able to stop the run. Right now they're doing the first part. Here's Storr looking, throws, end zone, has a man. Did he catch it in bounds? Yes. Touchdown, Hermits. And a nice catch that time by DJ Lewis. So a 8-yard touchdown throw from Storr to Lewis. And just like that, the Hermits are on the board.
Yep, Heffenstein motion from right to left. And again, in the running game, we think he's taken us to the football. They ran the play fake to the left, and the quarterback then came out of the play fake, sort of a bootleg action, was able to find the receiver in the end zone, just shy of the sideline.
Yep, there you see it right there, and he did get that foot in. So nice job. Tanzola now for the extra point, and he kicks it up and through. So with 6:36 to go here in the first quarter from Thom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, St. Augustine Prep 7 and the McKinley Bulldogs nothing. We'll be back after these timeouts.
Today's leftovers are tomorrow's hot dog toppings. The leftover dog. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum. We've all had a foot long, but who amongst us has had the courage to attempt a foot high? Stack it high. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum.
At Aultcare, we care about your well-being and the importance of being well. You deserve access to the best in healthcare. With over 16,000 providers in network, Aultcare makes it easy for you to find a local provider you can trust. Our services are focused entirely on you. Aultcare's team of local physicians, nurses, dietitians, pharmacists, and more are available to help you navigate the healthcare system to receive the quality care you deserve. We take your healthcare personally because you matter.
Back here at Thom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, the Hermits got on the board first. After the kick here, we will go to Tom McDaniels for the recap. This is the Novellis Kickoff Worldwide Company with locations in Yorksville and Warren. And that one out of the end zone. And that'll bring the Bulldogs to the line of scrimmage for the first time. And Tom, take a look at that scoring drive.
Yeah, very efficient drive. 10 plays, 68 yards. Took 5 minutes and 24 seconds off that first period clock. DJ Lewis, 8-yard catch from Ryan Stoner. Tanzola good with the kick, and they got the early lead. A week ago against Harding, McKinley denied them in the red zone 4 times and forced them to kick field goals. This is a change in opponent, obviously.
Alrighty, our scoring drive brought to you by Sarda. I thank the fine folks from Sarda. Here's a handoff and going nowhere for the Bulldogs. That was West.
West had 183 yards rushing against Harding a week ago. So
take a look at that McKinley offense here across the front. Owens, Jamerson, Hinkle, Hayes, and Quincy. The quarterback, Hayden. The running back, Kelly, Brooks, and Culver. We see them all 4 in there, all 3 of them in there. Tight end is Lee. The wide receivers, Britt and Hill. So 2 receivers now on the near side for the Bulldogs. Hayden has some pressure, and he goes down in the backfield. And there he is, Damari Simeon, one of the guys that we talked about for the Hermits, this young man is committed to the Ohio State University. You're going to see him and Nicholas Costa quite a bit probably in that McKinley backfield. And speaking of that defense, let's take a look at that front line. Dales, Costa, Simeon, and Jones, those two in the middle there, going to Big Ten schools. Mento, Robinson, and Taylor are the linebackers. Hollingshed, Dunhoff, Flynn, and Foley.
McKinley had a play-action pass in mind and didn't have time to make the throw. Great penetration from the front from St. Augustine.
Trips on the near side. Hayden throws. This one is knocked away. Good defensive play that time. Coming up, Jackson Foley making this nice defensive play. He had 3 interceptions last year during the season.
That was a veteran play. He had a hand on the receiver, but wasn't interfering with the backhand,
yeah.
and then reached across and was able to deflect the ball away. Coaches on the McKinley sideline thought it was interference.
Mankowski going to punt it away now for McKinley. Good defensive stand there by the Hermits, and this one's going to bounce to him. He still has time, and he's going to run it. Oh, he's going to kick it now, and he gets off a decent kick and goes out of bounds, but let's see where they mark it. From our vantage point, it's probably going to be right around that 35-yard line, I guess.
Yeah. He averaged 43 yards a punt a week ago against Harding.
Yep.
The snap was bad.
Yeah, see it right there.
He did a great job reacting to it, and I think he may have a soccer background because he was able to make a good punt attempt.
Looked like a goalie coming out of there from a soccer match.
Yeah, yep. That's not worth 43 yards, but it sets up St. Augustine in great field position.
So they will start their next drive at the McKinley 28-yard line. So the Hermits now on offense. Here is Comey, and Comey hit at the line of scrimmage, and he went nowhere. Good play there. Mitchell was in on the tackle for the Bulldogs. Amari Mitchell, the junior, 6'3", 215.
Yep, Amari's father, Kinte, played for me, back in the 90s. He was a teammate of Josh. I'm impressed with you already and your ability to read those numbers. On those,
believe me, I've got
those black numbers on the red jerseys. That's tough.
I got binoculars here. I'm not that good. Yeah, those numbers are hard to read. Storr going to turn, hand it off to Comey again, and this time the Bulldog defense comes up and makes the play. Good job there by number 30. That's Antonio Stevens. We're going to probably mention him quite a bit tonight. He is a ball hawk. He is everywhere on the field.
Yeah, he led the Bulldogs in tackles with 13 a week ago. St. Augustine appears to be a zone run team. There are generally two run blocking concepts. One is power and the other is zone that are popular and utilized today. Most people choose one or the other. Some people try to do both. I think that's difficult, but they're a zone running team at first look here.
Storr going to throw this time. Pocket folds on him, but then he finds a receiver, and what a great job there by Bryce Clark to come back for the football, and they pick up the first down at the 14-yard line. And I tell you what, Coach, give Ryan Storr a lot of credit. He scrambled around and was looking downfield the whole time, even motioning to his receiver to come and get the football.
Well, I think he's a dual threat quarterback. He had the ability to escape and keep the play alive, and we've seen his accuracy on some in motion throws already early in the game.
So it's a first down play. There is Comey again, and Roman Coney might have got a yard out of that.
Was that Mitchell again?
It was, yep. Ohio State Buckeyes. Football is back, and it's a big one right off the bat. Ohio State takes on Texas in Columbus tomorrow, and we'll have the game for you on 1480 WHBC. Pregame is at 10:30 and kickoff at noon. OH. That's where you say IO. Here is a handoff. And nope, that was the quarterback store again.
Yeah.
He kept it.
I think it may have been the beginning of an option play. His read compelled him to take the ball up inside.
So it'll bring up third down now. Ball at the 10. Third down and about 5. They're saying 6 on the scoreboard, so we'll go with that. Minute 36 and counting here in the first quarter. This quarter has gone pretty quick. Both these teams really don't mind running the football, and we've seen the clock just continue to roll.
See if McKinley can come up with another red zone stop.
And we've got a timeout on the field. So with that timeout, we'll take it with them. 1:21 to go here in the first quarter. St. Augustine 7 and McKinley nothing. We'll be back after this timeout.
A strong community brings people together and lifts them through all of life's challenges. At Friends and Family Credit Union, we believe a dependable financial resource is crucial for a strong community. That's why, in addition to our financial services, we support our neighbors whenever we can. Giving back to our community, we strive to be a part of the growth and success of our institutions, organizations, and neighbors. Because when they succeed, we succeed.
Aultman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Aultman is always here for you.
Now the Bulldogs going to be penalized for encroachment, offsides for McKinley, and that might be enough for the first down. Let's see where they mark it. They're going to be just short.
I'm betting that they discussed that during the timeout.
Yeah.
And it's no play. We're going to go to the line of scrimmage, get into formation, put a guy in motion, and bark the signals, but we're not snapping the ball. And we'll see if we can get those guys to jump, and they did.
Yep. I see big number 19 in the backfield, and he gets the football, and he picks up the first down. And that'll set the Hermits up with a 1st and goal after that Jaden Robinson run there. And they're knocking on the door again with a minute 14 to go.
He is a load to tackle at 5'11", 225.
So McKinley right now with their backs up against the wall. Clock running, first quarter, 1:01. And the Hermits right at the 2-yard line. Here's a handoff. Robinson bounces off a couple, still moving those feet, but not enough. He got to the 1.
St. Augustine in an unbalanced line this time, meaning they got 5 guys on the right side of the center and 3 or 2 to the left side.
And you've got about 6 Bulldogs trying to bring him down.
This will be a tall task. Second down from about the 1-yard line.
He's back in the backfield again, Robinson. This time it's Coney and Roman. Coney into the end zone for the 1-yard touchdown run. So just like that, the Hermits are up 13-0 here in the first quarter. And they are showing some power up front.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
They are certainly winning that line of scrimmage. And, you know, again, talking with Coach Pete Lancetta, he told me, he says, hey, we've got to win the trenches. And the strength of this team is the offense and defensive line, and they're certainly showing it right now.
Well, right now they are who they said they were.
Yeah, that's right. Danny Green. And that one is up and good. So the extra point with 14 seconds to go here in the first quarter, it is a 14-0 lead. We'll be back right after this.
Does your fast-paced family need internet that can keep up? Accelerate Fiber from MCTV has you covered with the speeds and reliability to match your lifestyle. With speeds up to 1 gigabit, Accelerate Fiber lets everyone in your home stream, game, video chat, and work all at the same time. Connect with MCTV's Accelerate Fiber technology for the speed and dependability your family deserves. Upgrade today.
Visit mctvohio.com or call today.
CKP Heating and Cooling is the go-to name for heating, cooling, and more. Local owners Chaz and Ty want to thank the community for their business and support. For heating, cooling, refrigeration, boiler work, sheet metal, custom fabrication, and more, go with CKP. Call 330-791-3029 or visit them online at ckphvac.com.
Well, back here at Thom Benson, and the Bulldogs fans are a little stunned right now. They trail 14-0. Tanzola tees it up and kicks it to about the 4-yard line. It's bobbled there, still bobbled, and finally picked up. And the Bulldogs fortunate there to not lose the football, and they will start a little deeper than they expected. This time from about their 11-yard line. Is that right where they marked it? Yep. Just outside. Lucius there with the return, and McKinley now trying to get something done offensively. And we'll take a look at that start of scoring drive here in a minute after this play. Here's a handoff. And West going nowhere. Boy, oh boy. Good defensive play that time. Number 37, Anthony Mento coming up and making the stop now with that start of scoring drive. Here's Thom McDaniels.
St. Augustine scores the second touchdown in the first quarter. Roman Coney with a 1-yard run. Tanzola with the kick again. 8 plays, 28 yards, and they took 4 minutes and 34 seconds off the clock, and they lead 14-0 at the end of the first quarter.
That's right, end of one, and we'll take a break. 14-0, St. Augustine.
I'm Miles Garrett of the Cleveland Browns, proud to be a member of Team Sarchon. Join us at Sarchon Auto Group as we drive towards a brighter future. Because when we come together, on and off the field, we can accomplish anything. Community, teamwork, strength. That's what we're all about.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Massillon, and Alliance. Order online today at oldcarolina.com.
Well, the Bulldogs will start the second quarter now with 2nd down and 10 from the 11-yard line. Here's Hayden going to go and throw right or left side, and double coverage there and incomplete. Good coverage, though, intended for Dietrich Britt. And again, Coach, just stellar defensive play there from this Hermits defense. And we were talking during the break about kind of the breakdown in the special teams from McKinley last week, and they continued here early in this game.
They mishandled the kickoff. They had a bad snap on the punt. So the special teams area of the game is not as good as the Bulldogs would want it to be in the second game of the season. Hayden was under duress and under pressure on that first down pass attempt too.
So the Bulldogs now
second down
have it 3rd and 10. Now he sends a man in motion this time. And we've got a whistle and a timeout, McKinley. And we'll keep it right here, give us an opportunity to let you know, McKinley High School has a championship team, and you may not even realize it. The coach, well, his name is Manny Halkias, And Manny is the director of forensics and the speech and debate team coach, plus a longtime educator here at Canton McKinley. The success he's had at McKinley is pretty impressive. Pam Cook sits down with Manny Halkias for Beyond the Bleachers coming up at halftime. So it's a new feature that we've started this year. Pam has an opportunity to sit down with Manny, so it'll be great to hear all the story behind this speech and debate team here at Canton McKinley.
He's as accomplished or more accomplished than any coach. He can stand with the best coaches that McKinley has to offer. I had him as a student.
Did you really?
Yeah, and I'm proud to claim him. Yes, I had him for study hall.
That doesn't count.
Yeah, I forgot to say that. Yeah, that's the part I was supposed to leave out.
All right.
But Manny's a great person and does a great job with kids.
All right, 3rd down. Bulldogs trying to get something going. Pocket collapses, and so does the quarterback that time. What a play defensively, coming up and making the hit. Number 25 for the Hermits. And again, they have
Chase Shealy.
Yeah.
5'10", 190. He may be a backup player, but he made his presence known there.
He sure did. So again, the Bulldogs are going to punt from their own end zone. This is twice now they've had to do this. And the Hermits with an opportunity with another short field. Here is a high snap almost over his head. That one is going to bounce at the 35, roll to the 46, and tripped up. Oh, nice defensive play there by number 22 for McKinley. That is Dwayne Robinson. He came down and great special teams play that time.
Yeah, if he doesn't make the tackle, St. Augustine's got a good return.
Yep.
Well, maybe not as good as the replay showed me.
So St. Augustine will start this drive at the McKinley 45-yard line. Be sure to check out our new feature, Beyond the Bleachers. I just told you about that with Pam Cook. It airs at halftime of our YouTube game each week, and you can find it on the YouTube as well. This week, a championship team for McKinley, but it's not what you think, so you got to check it out at halftime. Here's a handoff to Coney. Roman Coney making people miss. Gets it inside the 35. Well, right at the 35. And that is going to be real close to a first down.
Two of St. Augustine's possessions have begun in McKinley territory. This one closer to midfield than the last one.
Well, that young man has some nice moves.
He runs with authority,
Sure
right?
does, yep. Just a junior, 5'10", 195 pounds. St. Augustine lost in the semifinals to Don Bosco, another powerhouse in the state of New Jersey. Got a man in motion this time. Coney the handoff. Turns the corner and knocked out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 29, so good pickup there on first down. Or it is a first down, I should say.
We should also mention that Don Bosco is a national power in high school football. So that's not they're a name that in high school football circles you mention them and people know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you were telling me when Ben was at Rutgers, there was one of the schools that they certainly
recruited heavily.
Yeah.
Yep. Correct.
So 1st and 10 with 10:13 to go here in the first half. There's another handoff to Coney. Coney inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line. So just a short gain that time for the Hermits. Coach, what's impressed you the most about this St. Augustine team? I'm certainly, I know you like special teams and you like some of the skills guys, but anything stand out to you other than that offense and defensive line?
Well, with the defensive line especially, and on that side of the ball, McKinley's not got an answer for them yet. And offensively, they've run the ball effectively, have not had an explosive big play yet, but they're getting first downs, and then they've thrown efficiently. And I'm also impressed with them in the kicking game. This is a well-coached, this is a really good football team.
2nd down and 9. And Storr going to throw, has a man, but dropped. And a little low that time for Ty McClear. That was probably the only thing he's done wrong all night, is a little short on that throw.
Well, in this time, it was his turn to be under pressure. 2 Bulldogs in his face as he attempted to get the throw off, but it was low and away.
From the 28-yard line, 3rd down, 9.
3rd down. Storr going to roll to his right, and nowhere near the intended receiver that time. So incomplete. Clock stopped at 9:12.
When a quarterback sprints out to throw the ball, he shrinks the field. You know, and the ball, for all intents and purposes, is going to go to the side, whether it's right or it's left. If he sprints right, he's going to throw the ball to the right. But it shrinks the field, and they run a levels concept where they have a guy running a deep route, an intermediate route, and a shallow route, and the quarterback reads it high to low.
Luke Tanzola now on to try a 45-yard field goal. Snap is good, the set, the kick, and it's going to be way short. So Tanzola, don't think he got it right off his foot. He was not happy as soon as he let that go. So the Bulldogs will hold on defense that time. 9:09 to go here in the first half. They will go on offense. Stick around for our halftime report, brought to you by Bell Stores, keeping the family on full. So the Bulldogs come out on offense.
Key possession for the Pups.
West next to Trent Hayden in the backfield. 2 receivers on the near side, 2 on the far. Referee stopping play, but just for a moment. And we've got another running back in the backfield. That is 24. That is Zion Culver with the run. Zion coming over from Canton South. And nice run that time, right side. Picks up a first down for the Bulldogs, and they'll move the chains. Zion breaking some tackles there.
First really good positive play for the Pups.
Culver stays in there at running back. Hayden going to hand it to him again. Culver with a nice side step, gets it across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. So a little life here for the Bulldogs.
Correct.
Maybe a little change at the running back position. Last week it was the opposite. When Culver struggled at first, they brought in West. West did a nice job. Now he's kind of doing the same.
Well, I think he's a bigger back too. And that stout, formidable front that St. Augustine offers.
Here is another handoff. Not much there that time for Culver. Number 55, Calvin Boone, in there for the Hermits, making the stop.
The Hermits are pretty much staying in their 4-man front, 3 linebackers, and they're playing 2 deep safeties. Usually you have a 1 high coverage concept or 2 defenders deep, and they favor the 2 deep secondary look.
So the Bulldogs now going to go trips on the far side. Single receiver here on the near side. Hayden looks over the defense. Taking some time. Clock shot, or the play clock down to 3-2. Finally gets it off. He's got a receiver in the flat. Nice job there. Good pitch and catch. And a first down for the Bulldogs. And that goes to number 0. And that is Elijah Finn for McKinley. So a couple new faces now showing up.
Little pre-snap chess game going on. St. Augustine showed linebacker blitz from the right side, and I think that McKinley may have made a play change. It was not a blitz, but they were showing it, and that was a late in the play clock snap, but a good play, well executed.
Here's Culver again. Got hit right at the line of scrimmage. Oh, big play that time. Number 17 coming up, making the stop. Kenneth Taylor from that linebacker position.
Sophomore, 6 foot, 200 pounds.
Yeah, I want to remind everybody the Saturday morning huddle is back this season with your host Kenny Rhoda and John Bozica every Saturday at 10 a.m. on the WHBC YouTube channel and the Facebook page as well. Game analysis, live interviews with coaches and players, highlights from the Friday games, and much more. You can watch it on demand too. So go back if you want to watch last week. I sat there and watched the entire show. It was great. Those guys do a fantastic job. We got coaches coming in, players coming in on the YouTube, and check it out. Here is a little touch pass, and going nowhere that time was Finn. And a lot of running, but didn't get much.
That's not the first inaccurate shotgun snap that McKinley's needed, and they need to avoid a mistake in the execution of the quarterback center exchange. But that snap was high. They were still able to get the play executed and run the way they wanted to. But
well, Jackson Foley, another player we've mentioned quite a bit from that free safety position, came up, made the stop. He's one of the other leaders on that defense. Hayden going to throw this time, has a man in the flat, caught. That is Finn again, and pulled out of bounds right at about the 49-yard line of the Hermits. So Bulldog's going to be short and going to have to punt it away.
Foley isn't just a run defender. He had 3 interceptions in 2024 from his free safety position.
Mankowski on now for the Bulldogs to punt it away, and McClear is back at around his 12-yard line, backing up a little bit now for the Hermits.
McKinley shifting into a different formation.
And Mankowski going to punt it, little soccer-style kick. Hits, rolls into the end zone. So the Bulldogs, now we've got a flag. There's a couple of them down now. Let's see. Uh-oh, we've got a little skirmish on the sidelines. Not what we want to see. And that's what the flags were about.
Was that after the play?
I don't know.
Post
I think
play,
it was
because
during.
I didn't see any nonsense during the play.
Well, we'll see how they sort it out here. Look like one of the Bulldog players, I don't have his name on our roster, so he was over there. A little skirmish. Let's see what they call. Well, no explanation yet. They're still talking about it over there with the. Here we go. All right, so they are going to call a personal foul on McKinley, and that'll be a 15-yard penalty. And looks like we're going to kick it again.
You don't have benefit of a replay on that?
No. I want to remind everybody, stick around at halftime. We will have a great interview Pam Cook did with Manny Halkias, the Director of Forensics and Speech and Debate here at Canton McKinley, a longtime educator as well. And all the success he has had here at McKinley has been so impressive. You heard Coach McDaniels talking about him. And Pam sits down with Manny for our Beyond the Bleachers segment coming up at halftime.
Yeah, the violation didn't show up in the replay, and we followed the ball, to the returner.
Okay, they're not going to kick it again, so it's 15 yards from the 20, so they'll start this drive at the 35-yard line. The Hermits do. Here is Coney, a little sidestep, and takes it out to about the 40-yard line. And, Coach, he does a great job of that little sidestep there to elude that first tackler, and it gets him 2, 3, sometimes 4 extra yards.
Yes, he does. McKinley got some penetration that forced him to do that. That's a movement. That's a skill and a drill that most people teach their running backs. It's called a jump cut.
Storr now puts a man in motion. Going to hand it again to Coney. Roman breaks a tackle. Got about 2 yards there on the carry. He did that all on his own, as the Bulldogs defense was there. But Coney just so elusive.
Early in the game, we identified that number 2, Kyle Heffenstein may take us to the football. He's the H-back and goes in motion. But again, this is an indication of how well coached they are. They brought him in motion right to left, but then ran the ball away from him.
Yep.
That's how they protect that part of their run game.
There is a pass to the wide receiver, a little bounce pass to not connect that time with McClear. So an incomplete brings up 4th down now for the Hermits, and they're going to send on the punt team. Hey, it's very important that you know the weather, the latest traffic situation, local news, and what's happening around the world. And that means it's very important for you to tune in to Canton's Morning News every weekday at 5:30. Pam Cook is your host, and she'll entertain you as well. Listen on air, online, or, like I do, on Alexa. So Tanzola now will punt it away, and he'll step into it around the 30-yard line once he takes his steps. Hermit's going to put a man in motion. Don't see that too often on a punt, but here is a kick, and wow, he got a hold of this one, taken at about the 17-yard line, eluding one tackler, and still on his feet, and finally goes down. A nice bit of running there for the Bulldogs, and that was number 19 for McKinley. Get a name for you here. That is Darius Hill.
Well, the beginning of that return was he had to travel a distance to catch the ball in the air, which I'm a big fan of.
Yeah.
And he avoided a tackler, and St. Augustine had good coverage, but it was a really good job by Darius Hill.
Yep. Hey, we want to wish Bob Jeffries and his family congratulations. Bob out of town, son's wedding this weekend, and sitting in for Bob is Jason West, our statistician here tonight. So Bob checked in, said he's watching in Chicago. Here's a handoff, and not much running room there for McKinley.
Again, I'm not keeping track. I probably should have, but another a shotgun snap. And that's a complication of the play that the quarterback doesn't need. It's tough to run a shotgun offense without an accurate snapper, at the center position.
Yep, just a 1-yard gain there from Zion Culver. So McKinley now going to spread it out. Trips on the right side. Hayden lobs one, and it is caught at the 36-yard line. What a throw that time, and what a catch from Elijah Finn. And Coach, this one looks like he was just, I thought maybe he was trying to throw it out of bounds, but he noticed Finn over there. You can see him just kind of lob it.
I thought it was a throwaway, too. Akeem Jones,
what a catch.
The defensive end on the left side for St. Augustine, was in his face.
So first down for McKinley, keeps the chains moving a little bit here, and now they're going to go trips on the far side. Single receiver near side. Looking like a blitz coming here, and they do get to the quarterback. And guess who? The big number 10, Damari Simeon, was there to make the stop.
I think it was number 17. The linebacker that added himself to the pressure up front. Nope, 17 is not the right number. But backer blitz, and McKinley didn't have an answer. Number 19 it was. McKinley didn't have an answer for Robinson in the blitz.
So 2:25 and running here in the first half. Second down and about 16 on that loss of 6 yards. Now McKinley is going to take a timeout, and we'll take a timeout with him. 2:16 to go here in the first half. 14-0, St. Augustine on top.
The news of the day, every day, on Canton's Morning News with Pam Cook.
Paving every alley in the city of Canton over the first 4 years is just part of the plan. Right now, we have contractors who are cleaning these alleys up that haven't been addressed for decades and decades. And literally, there were people coming out of their houses and hugging the guys working for the contractor cleaning these alleys up.
Yeah.
But that's a good thing.
It is a great thing.
It is a good thing.
1480 WHBC.
With Bell Store's Bell Buddy Rewards, you save in-store and at the pump. New members receive 20 cents off per gallon as a welcome gift. Everyday savings are made easy. Instantly enjoy 3 cents off per gallon just for being a member. When you spend $25 in store, unlock an extra 5 cents off per gallon on your next fill-up. Buy 5, get 1 free. Track your drinks and earn free coffee, fountain, icy, and espresso with drink clubs. So start saving today. Download the Bell Stores app and sign up for Bell Buddy Rewards.
Coming back from the timeout.
They got about half of what they needed for the first down.
I was just going to say it.
They did, and that's the right thing to do. Don't try to get it all.
There you go. As you can see here, the pass was caught and then brought down right there. So it brings up third down now and 9 for McKinley. As Hayden now in the shotgun, going to set 3 receivers on the far side. And he may have gotten hit there on the throw. He was looking for Elijah Finn, and that one, I think he got hit because the throw was very short.
He hasn't had comfort in the pocket all night. They've sprinted him out a couple of times and got good results from that. But they had good intentions. You know, they had second and forever and got half of it, you know, to make it a realistic opportunity on third down, but they came up short.
Now the Bulldogs have settled down a little bit after that first quarter where they gave up 14 points on the first 2 series, and there's another bad snap, and Mankowski going to get it off and going to go out of bounds. But again, Coach, you mentioned it before, just the special teams play, the bad snap again, and that one caused all kind of havoc for McKinley.
Yep.
Hey, next weekend we'll have complete coverage of the Hall of Fame Classic here at Thom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. It starts Saturday on the radio with Glen Oak versus Cleveland East Tech, and then our WHBCSports.com stream will be Pittsburgh Central Catholic versus Woodland Hills. There are a couple of powerhouses out of the Pittsburgh area, and then on our WHBC YouTube channel right here, it will be Canton McKinley taking on Cleveland Heights. So, boy, it's going to be a great weekend of football next weekend. The Hermits now go on offense, and Storr throws, has a man caught, and guess who it is? Bryce Clark again. He's been coming up big for the Hermits.
That's called a jailbreak, and it's a variation of the bubble. This time we're not going to throw to the inside guy, moving to the outside. We're going to throw the outside guy moving to the inside. But the blocking portion of those 2 plays by the other wideouts has been excellent.
Yep, Coney gets it to about the 49-yard line there, brings up third down and about 4 yards for the Hermits as they're going quick here with 50 seconds remaining in the first half. Storr going to run this time, gets close to the first down. He's going to be about a half a yard short, and no doubt that they will probably go for this.
May have been an intended quarterback draw.
Might have been, but there's a timeout now on the field, and we'll keep it right here as we just have 31 seconds to go in the first half. And I want to remind everybody, stick around at halftime. We'll have stats analysis and Pam's interview with the educator and director of forensics and speech and debate team coach here at Canton McKinley, Manny Halkias, and look forward to hearing that one from Pam. And a lot of good stuff. We'll give you some scores from around the area. We started about an hour later than most of our other games here in the area, so we'll have some scoring updates for you as well. Those games probably nearing completion, if they haven't already been completed.
Well, and then the nature of this game with an emphasis from both teams and run the ball.
Yeah, we're moving along. It certainly has been moving along. All right, here we go. 33 seconds to go. 4th down and about a yard. Storr going to push it forward. He gets the first down, but a flag comes down quickly. I don't think they were set, were they, Coach?
They got illegal procedure.
Yeah.
The umpires indicating that with the signal. Well, that changes their mind, and I know why.
Yeah, they quickly called that punt team out there. And Luke Tanzola, who handles all the kicking duties.
They look to be short of people.
Yeah, here he comes. They figured it out. Here he comes. And McKinley's got a couple guys not. There we go. Finally got him off.
Confusion on both sides.
There is. All right. They will punt it away with 33 seconds to go here in the first half, or will they? They're going to take a timeout. And Coach Lancetta is not happy.
No, the pace and tempo of his walk.
You saw that too, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. To meet the group of players that he's talking with right now, that he's not a happy camper right now.
When you're swinging your arms and shaking your head, it's usually not good.
No, and he's a veteran coach. I understand, and you know, we veterans, we don't use that tempo and pace very often. So
yeah,
there was purpose.
Well, I had a great conversation with him this week. I talked to him on Tuesday, and it was Tuesday evening. He said, "Yeah, call me." He says, "Call me in the evening," and I did. And it was a little after 6, I think, and he was still at the high school because he was there for the freshmen that were coming in. He teaches phys ed, and he had to be there for, I don't know if they think it was orientation or something. But I said, "Boy, you're burning the candle on both ends." And he said, "Well, that's what we do."
That's what we do. That's exactly right.
All right, so Tanzola's going to punt it away. And he gets a short kick, but he kind of aims it out of bounds. And it's going to be marked, I believe, right inside the 30-yard line. Boy, they're moving it all the way down to the 25. So
Sort of a rugby punt.
Yeah.
And I think he kicked it out of bounds on purpose because they didn't want to have to mess around with the return.
Mm-hmm. So, Coach, put your coaching hat on here. 27 seconds. Do you play it safe or do you try to do something here?
Well, I think since they gave up the 2 early scores, you know, McKinley has to be encouraged that they defensively collected themselves and stopped St. Augustine.
Yep.
Yeah,
they're going to just take a knee.
Got the ball in the 3rd quarter. Let's take a knee, let the clock run out. I think that makes sense.
Yeah. So the Bulldogs not interested in trying to do anything crazy here, so the clock is going to wind down. Both teams are going to make their way to the locker room. And pretty good first half, especially for St. Augustine as they lead here by a score of 14-0. As we are now at halftime, and we invite you to stick around because we've got stats analysis and scores and a special interview from Pam Cook with our Beyond the Bleachers. We'll be back right after this timeout.
Today's leftovers are tomorrow's hot dog toppings. The leftover dog. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum. We've all had a foot long, but who amongst us has had the courage to attempt a foot high? Stack it high. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum.
Aultman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Aultman is always here for you.
It's Kenny and JT.
Legendary actor, producer, director, author, musician, William Shatner. You've touched so many different generations, whether it's, Captain Kirk or DJ Hooker.
I got arrested for touching the wrong generation.
Was there a favorite role of yours throughout your entire illustrious career?
I don't think that way. What I think is the moment I'm doing something, that's the best I can do. And this radio show is the best I can do. So you'll have
away. It's the Kenny and JT Show. Weekdays between 3 and 7 on WHBC.
For over 60 years, Friends and Family Credit Union has proudly served Stark County. We provide financial services to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Stark County. Whether it's a loan, savings, checking, or other financial services, now more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family. Come visit any of our 3 locations, online or our mobile app. Our focus is always you, the member.
And hi everyone, and welcome to Beyond the Bleachers. I'm Pam Cook, your host for our segment during our halftime of our YouTube games, 1480 WHBC, and we're glad to have you along. We're trying to focus on some of the things that are happening outside of athletics in all of the wonderful school districts we have in Stark County. And today we're going to talk to a gentleman who is a longtime educator, a decorated educator, I should say, as well. And I think we want to talk a little bit about the best kept secret at McKinley High School, I'm told. And we're going to welcome in Manny Halkias right now. Hi, Manny. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing great. Doing great. So your official title is coach of the speech and debate team, correct?
Director of forensics, speech and debate, coach, either of those works.
Okay, so forensics. Tell me what that's about.
Okay. Forensics, again, another term for the activity that my students, that my team engages in, which involves discovery, research, performance. Our kids compete as debaters, as actors, as spoken writers. It's much, I explain it, it's a lot like track and field. We probably have 10 to 15 different events that students can participate in. They pick their event, they specialize, and they advance throughout the season to postseason, to college, and the scouting, which shocks people. The scouting that happens in our activity is just as intense as it is in other sports.
All right. So what makes a good debater or forensic team member?
Well, the thought. A lot of it will depend on the event that the student chooses to participate in. Our debaters have to, they use their skills of analysis, refutation, argumentation. My actors, it's creating characters. My writers, it's developing a theme or a message that they feel is important to them, that they want to share with their audience. It runs the gamut.
And how do kids choose to join? I mean, is this something that they take as a class or extracurricular?
Well, there is a class they can take, but most of my team cannot fit the class into their schedule. So they come in and they practice much like they would for any other activity. We work after school, we work before school. I will work around pretty much any activity. And I've had kids who play the sports, they are involved with a bunch of other things, and I will make sure, because all of the practices would involve me or my assistant with those students individually, because it's in practice, it's individual. And we do our practicing. We're the longest season in the building. We'll start our competitions end of September, beginning of October, and our national tournament runs in June. So we're on the road constantly. We travel all over.
And what are some of the events? Tell me what some of the events are.
We have partner debate. We have solo debate. We have congressional debate. We have original oratory, where the student writes the speech of their own. We have events where students have taken a speech that another student or a famous figure has written. We have duet acting events. We have dramatic interpretation, where a student cuts a book from maybe a couple hundred pages, and they cut it down to 10 minutes. And they perform all the characters themselves. Last year we had the Ohio State champion in dramatic interpretation, and the young lady took Mamie Till's memoir. And in those 10 minutes, she took you through the entire life experience that she had in losing her son, and how the message that she wanted to carry forth to her audience. There's humor also, where you have students who can do all types of voices, and they do a play or a movie in all of 10 minutes from beginning to end. I've seen all types of, some of my more experienced, my state champion from a couple years ago, she was running, I believe, 13 different characters and voices in that space of that 10 minutes. Some years ago, and I've connected with him in conferences since then, I had the ability at the national tournament to judge Josh Gad, who was Olaf in Frozen, and he won 2 events at the national tournament. We've connected since then. He actually was at our national tournament this past summer. There's and there are other speaking events. There are events where in a half hour, they have to write a 7-minute speech, memorize it, cite sources, and then go in the room and present it. It all depends what's in that student's skill set, and we see where that will, what the student can get from that and where they can go with it.
So you keep mentioning champions. McKinley has a pretty darn good team, don't they?
Oh, it's been good. I've been blessed. We've had the last a state champion last year, 2 years ago, another state champion, 2 years before that, another state champion. We've sent the last 2 years 13 students to nationals. I just sent one of my seniors off to college, and the scholarship that she's heading off with is $60,000 to Eastern Michigan. I have kids competing on full rides all over the place. And it's not just because they are speech majors. They may be majoring in whatever the college is offering that they have an interest in, but they are competing on the collegiate level for that school. And there are programs all over the country.
That's amazing. And I've always tell my kids, critical thinking is a big part of learning, and sometimes that gets lost in the shuffle, right?
Oh, definitely.
So
it's
you
a wonderful
yourself,
thing. I can't.
Go ahead.
I can't speak how important this activity is and how wonderful it is, and how I'm so proud of our kids because they're able to take it's good stuff.
Yeah, it's awesome. And I have to say congratulations to you, because you're a member of McKinley's original distinguished alumni class, right?
Oh, yeah. And I'm as good, and I personally feel what I receive, any accolades or awards I receive, are reflecting of the young people I work with and the families and my colleagues. I do what I'm trained to do. And it's very important to me, not that I necessarily play something in a student's mind, but I help the student find what's there and to hone it and to take it and do amazing things with it, because it does exist. I'm in my NDP seminar class now. We're on lunch now, and we were just talking about that very thing, about finding what exists within you and developing it, because it's there. And it's very important that these kids know that it is there. And that's my duty. That's my job. So it's easy, I guess you could say.
It's awesome. And we wish you the best of luck, Manny. I appreciate you jumping on with us and being able to shine the light on what I think is just a wonderful activity. And I'm glad that you could come on with us today. So thank you so much. Congratulations. And we wish you lots of championships this year.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
At Aultcare, we care about your well-being and the importance of being well. You deserve access to the best in healthcare. With over 16,000 providers in network, Aultcare makes it easy for you to find a local provider you can trust. Our services are focused entirely on you. Aultcare's team of local physicians, nurses, dietitians, pharmacists, and more are available to help you navigate the healthcare system to receive the quality care you deserve. We take your healthcare personally because you matter.
Life happens at full speed. Your internet should too. Introducing MCTV Accelerate Fiber, the fast, reliable internet that keeps your family seamlessly connected. With speeds up to 1 gigabit, Accelerate Fiber is perfect for work, play, and staying connected with loved ones. MCTV, fast, reliable, built for the moments that matter most. Upgrade today and experience the difference.
Visit mctvohio.com or call today.
We provide both service like preventative maintenance on your local residential house. We provide custom ductwork. We do residential and commercial HVAC, and we do refrigeration for restaurants, for gas stations. We can fix your furnace, or we can fix your rooftop at your place of business themselves. Also, it's the comfort of your home. I mean, you want someone that's experienced and done it all to make sure your home is comfortable in the temperature you like it.
Back here at Thom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, it's halftime, and our Bell Stores halftime report, keeping the family on full. And you heard the interview there from Pam Cook, and taking a look here at some scores, Coach, in the area. Most of these are in the fourth quarter. Some might even be finals by now, but Perry's going to go to 2-0. They lead St. Vincent St. Mary tonight 36-0, and that one in the fourth quarter. Also, Tuslaw, the Mustangs, 31-7 over Chippewa. That one in the fourth quarter. Minerva, looks like they might get their first win of the season, 23-8 in the fourth quarter over Crestwood. It is North Canton Hoover looking to improve to 2-0 as they lead Medina 42-17. How about the Louisville Leopards? They are handing it to the Alliance Aviators. That is our radio game here tonight. 24-13 Louisville in the fourth quarter. CVCA over Canton South 42-14. Again, that one in the fourth quarter. The Lake Blue Streaks looking to improve to 2-0 with a 48-14 lead in the fourth quarter over Boardman. Manchester beating up on Sandy Valley right now 48-7. And let's see, what else do we have for you here? Massillon over in Tigertown, they lead Glen Oak 44-10. South Range is on top of Salem right now, 42-14. That one in the third quarter. Boy, Jackson, the Polar Bears, having a tough one tonight over in Austintown. Fitch Falcons 41-3. That one at halftime.
Oh my!
And Northwest, a couple other ones here. Northwest at the half, we had them up 28-0. So those are some of the scores, and make sure you get a chance to check out the Hammersmith Insurance Scoreboard Show. Brian Novak will have all the scores for you on 1480 WHBC after the ball games tonight. And make sure you check in with him so he'll keep you up to date on all the finals that we have for you. Coach, you have some numbers there and kind of indicative of the score right now. St. Augustine 14 and McKinley nothing, but you've got some numbers that might tell the story.
Yeah, after McKinley's or St. Augustine's first two possessions has turned into a defensive standoff. Numbers for St. Augustine, they have 6 first downs. They've rushed 20 times for 69 yards, and they've passed for 55. Total yards for the first half, 124. They've completed 6 of 9 passes. They've been penalized 1 time for 5 yards, and they've punted the ball twice with a 34-yard average for the punt. They've converted 3 of 7 first downs, and they've been 1 of 1 on 4th down. For McKinley, first downs only 3, yards rushed 11 times, 0 yards, and some of the sacks and the negative runs have contributed to that result. They passed the ball for 28 yards. They have 28 total yards, all passing. Passes completed 5 of 8. They've been penalized twice for 20 yards, and they punted the ball twice for 28.3. And a week ago, their punter, boomed the ball for 43-yard average. They're 1 of 5 on 3rd down. So after the early first 2 scores for St. Augustine, it's become a defensive game. Teams have possessed the ball, maybe converted for 1 or 2 first downs, but then punted the ball. We'll be anxious to see how McKinley responds. They should be encouraged after giving up the first 2 scores in the first 2 possessions, that they were able to hold them scoreless for the remainder of the first half. And I think that St. Augustine should be disappointed in themselves. So we'll see whether or not that's reflected in the way they play with McKinley taking the ball first in the 3rd quarter.
Yep, sounds good. Our numbers tonight brought to you by Jason West, who's sitting in tonight for Bob Jeffries. And Jason, thank you so much for your work, as we've got another half to go here, so you can't leave yet.
Well done, Jason. Thank you.
Our on-site engineer tonight, Dale Lamb. Want to thank Dale for being here. Our video producer, Casey Claxon, and all the fine folks at Claxon Communications. Our production assistant, I should say, is Andrew Hughes, and Trevor Lake on the camera tonight for the Claxon crew. So, Coach, your thoughts in that first quarter? Certainly, like you said, McKinley settled down after those first 2 drives, but just couldn't get anything going offensively. And you got to give credit, St. Augustine has a heck of a defense.
Yeah, they do. When you've rushed the ball for 0 yards net, in the first half of a football game, that speaks to the defense even more so than it does, the inefficient result, from the offense. I mean, only great defenses are capable of doing that. That doesn't happen very often. Yeah. But they're as advertised defensively. They've had pressure on the quarterback. When Trent Hayden has attempted to throw the ball, they've sprinted him out, to avoid that pressure a little bit more as the game went along. But both teams have actually had trouble protecting the quarterback. There's been somebody in the quarterback's vicinity at or near the time of the throw. I don't know whether there are adjustments that needed to be made, or if they just have to do what they do better.
Yep, absolutely. All right, we're going to take a break here in our Bell Stores halftime report. When we come back, we'll have the kickoff of the second half, so stick around. 14-0 St. Augustine here over Canton McKinley.
Today's leftovers are tomorrow's hot dog toppings. The leftover dog. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum. We've all had a foot long, but who amongst us has had the courage to attempt a foot high? Stack it high. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum.
I'm Miles Garrett of the Cleveland Browns. Proud to be a member of Team Sarchon. Join us in Sarchon Auto Group as we drive towards a brighter future. Because when we come together, on and off the field, we can accomplish anything. Community, teamwork, strength. That's what we're all about.
Back here as our Bell Stores halftime report continues, keeping the family on full, Bell Stores. And we want you to stick around for the end of tonight's ball game, our Old Carolina Barbecue Player of the Game. And Old Carolina, the official barbecue of football. And our MCTV Key Play of the Game. We want to remind folks that we've got an opportunity to pick a key play of the ball game. Let's hope it happens in the second half for the Bulldogs. So that would be something as well. So Bulldogs trail it by 14 here at halftime. But Coach, again, it's a new half. I think the Bulldogs have a little bit confidence now that they were able to kind of slow down this offense, but they had to get to the drawing board and figure out what they need to do offensively.
Correct.
All right, the Buckeyes are back, and it's a big one right off the bat. Tomorrow morning, we start things off with pregame at 10:30. The Buckeyes take on Texas in Columbus, and we'll have the game for you on 1480 WHBC. Kickoff is at noon. OH.
Hi-oh.
There you go. Finally. Got him to do it. All right.
that was my first attempt at it, too. Yeah.
Did you notice last night we had 3 Big Ten teams on a Thursday night broadcast?
There were more Thursday night games than I ever remember.
Don't they play football on Saturdays anymore?
No, everybody wants to get the early television presence.
Hey, I want to also mention that we are so proud to announce our partnership with Rock Entertainment. Our YouTube games will air on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network on a delayed basis as well. Rock Entertainment Sports Network is available statewide in Ohio, Spectrum Cable 979, and also at watchrocksports.com. Check out the website for all the replay times. So kind of excited to do that with Rock Entertainment. That's kind of neat.
We're glad to have them as part of what we do.
Absolutely. Well, Dan Gilbert and the guys at Rock, Nick Barlage, who we had down at Hall of Fame Luncheon Club last year, spoke. They're president of Rock, and just a great organization. So glad to be a partner with them. All right, the Bulldogs will receive the second half kick as they deferred in the first half. So that's a nice thing to have for McKinley as we start half number 2.
Yeah, Luke Tanzola put his first kick in the end zone, and his second kick, McKinley mishandled and got just a modest gain on the kick return. So we know he's got the leg and the strength to get it in the end zone. We'll just see what he's intending to do here.
Hill, West, and Finn back, and this one is going to go over everyone's head into the end zone. So no one's going to return this one, and the Bulldogs will start at their own 20-yard line to start the first drive of half number 2.
And that makes sense to me. You know, kick the ball in the end zone.
Oh, yeah.
McKinley's got speed at the returner position. Don't let those guys have an opportunity at a kick return.
So the Bulldogs coming out on offense here to start. They will go with 2 receivers on the far side, 1 near. And Hayden in the shotgun. He'll turn and hand it off. And that is Kylan West. And West got about a yard, maybe a yard and a half on the carry.
West lined up behind Trent Hayden in the shotgun. We call that the pistol position.
Mm-hmm.
It was a counter play from left to right.
Bulldogs looking over at the sideline. Again, they're going to same formation, just opposite side this time. 2 on the near, 1 on the far. And again, West, let's see where he lines up. He's going to be directly behind the quarterback this time. Hayden turns, hands it off. Running room, West got a hole, takes it to the 35 to 40, and then finally he's brought down at the 45-yard line. So something there for the Bulldog faithful to cheer about.
I'm anxious to see the replay. McKinley had the H-back lined up between the guard and tackle, and he led on the play. It was like similar to the old isolation play that we ran when we were all under center with two backs in the backfield. Had a really good hole, and West knows what to do with it.
So McKinley moving the football here, first down, Bulldogs.
Same alignment as last time.
Hayden taking his time. And another handoff. And that one, not much running room that time for West. Good defensive play there by the Hermits.
The previous play was an inside play, and that was an attempt at an outside, a rushing attempt. Again, that's that outside zone stuff. And McKinley is as I can tell from this evening, they're a zone running team rather than a power running team.
Yeah. So the Bulldogs, that time, not much. Actually, they're going to say no yardage on the carry. So the Bulldogs now second down and 10. Hayden going to hand it. Nope, he's going to fake the handoff and throw. And a nice catch, but not a lot. He lost a couple of yards there. Was Darius Hill. And, boy, I tell you what, credit number 7, Akeem Jones that time. He came up and read that perfectly.
Great. Darius had, he was targeted 5 times and had 4 receptions a week ago with 1 touchdown. He's a guy that's tough to tackle one-on-one in space.
Just underway here in the third quarter. Clock at about 9:23 and counting. Bulldogs first possession of the second half. Hayden with Kylan West to his left. Going to throw, pressure's on, gets away, and tripped out of bounds right at about the 45-yard line, so he may have picked up a yard at best.
The pressure was immediate.
Yeah.
The pressure was immediate. I don't think that Trent Hayden had a chance to finish his drop. It's 4th and 11, and so we need a little bit of time to get receivers, or 3rd and 11, and we need to have a little bit of time to get receivers past the line to gain. But he didn't have that opportunity. St. Augustine again with great pressure.
Mankowski going to punt it away, and this one, McClear is taking it at about the 20-yard line, and he gets about to the 25-yard line. And that's where St. Augustine will start their first drive here in the second half with 8:57 to go in the quarter.
I would expect them to be conservative with the 14-point lead, try to establish the run game again as they did at the beginning of the game. They can be patient with the 14-0 lead.
The Saturday Morning Huddle is back this season with your hosts Kenny Rhoda and John Bazika every Saturday at 10 a.m. on the WHBC YouTube channel and Facebook page. Game analysis, live interviews with coaches and players, highlights from the Friday games, and more. And nice play there defensively from the Bulldogs, coming up and making the stop was number 9 for McKinley. And that was a great play there by Chris Crook.
That is a great play. St. Augustine was lined up with trips in a bunch set, and he read the intention of the quarterback, and he was breaking on the receiver, before the ball got to him, and then made a great tackle. That's a great play by a corner.
With my conversation with Renzi Parnell this week, he talked about Chris Crook. He thinks this kid's a pretty darn good football player. Expecting big things from him. Here is Coney to about the 21-yard line, so a couple of yards there after the loss. So brings up a 3rd down and long now.
Well, and I don't know what I'm talking about because I thought they'd come out and establish a run game and they throw the ball for negative 4 yards on first down.
That's all right.
And set up a 3rd and 14. My goodness.
Well, here's where the Bulldogs need to come up big on defense.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Get a stop here, get the ball, and let's start over.
Demir McClellan back there at that free safety spot yelling out some instructions to his defense. There's a ball that's bounced to the receiver, incomplete. And, boy, things couldn't have gotten better there for the Bulldogs. So, an incompletion now, 4th down, and they force a punt from the Hermits.
That's a typical pass attempt on 3rd and long by a team that wants to run the ball. Little prospects to gain the 14 yards with that play call. But that's what teams that are prone to run the football sometimes do. They don't have answers in the pass game.
Danzola in to punt it away. High snap, but he gets it, and this one is end over end, gonna go out of bounds. Oh, the Bulldogs are gonna have pretty decent field position here. Let's see where they end up marking this right across. Well, boy, there's no way that he get. Let's see here. Okay, now he's going to walk it up. Boy, I thought for a second there that referee was going to go inside the 35. They say it went out of bounds at the 40-yard line, so the Bulldogs will have pretty decent field position. Thought it was going to be better, but that's where they marked it.
It's a good first series defensively.
It really was, and here's where the Bulldogs offense can maybe take that momentum from the defense here and see if they can do something offensively, get some points on the board. Going to go trips on the near side. Hayden puts a man in motion this time. That is Hill. Hand off, and whoa, my goodness. What a hit that time from number 17, Kenneth Taylor. We've mentioned his name quite a bit tonight. And Kenneth Taylor making a statement right there.
Well, and you need to get that guy tackled early in the play, just like that.
Mm-hmm. What a hit. Kylan West.
Yep, he had wide open spaces if he doesn't make that tackle.
Mr. West meet Mr. Taylor. So the Bulldogs now faced with 2nd down and 9. I don't know where the 9 comes from. They just barely got to the line of scrimmage. I think it's 2nd and 10, but we'll go with it. Hayden has plenty of running room, and he throws and knocked away. Boy, he had a ton of running room. I'm surprised that he ended up throwing the football, but it's incomplete.
Well, he had what he thought was an open receiver too, and it was a pass play. That's what they called.
Yep.
And he avoided pressure. The pass rush was upfield and outside.
Good defensive play there by the Hermits, and they've come up big in that defensive backfield as well. Clock stopped at 6:29. West is the running back to the right of Hayden. Hayden going to throw, blitz coming. Throw, pass overthrown, and the intended receiver that time for McKinley was Jackson. So it'll bring up a 4th down now for McKinley.
St. Augustine's pressure. They're adding a backer to the pass rush often. I can't say every play. They don't need it every play.
Yeah.
But when they add one, that just that compounds McKinley's pass protection issues.
The timing of their blitzes has been perfect tonight. Here is a low snap, and again, Mankowski does a great job of just getting it off. And look at this. It takes a McKinley roll inside the 10 to the 7-yard line, and the Bulldogs dodged a big bullet right there.
Well, they dodged that bullet more than once in the punt game because of the inaccurate long snaps.
Yeah.
It's hard to be great in the special team area without an inaccurate long snapper. You know, when you talk about special teams, a lot of times people just think in terms of the guy that's punting the ball or kicking the ball or the return guy.
Yeah.
No, that long snapper is the first key piece to good special teams play.
6:11 to go here, third quarter. St. Augustine now with the second possession here in the second half for them. They scored on their first 2 drives of the ball game, and there has been no scoring since. So the Bulldogs have tightened up on defense, but still can't get anything going offensively. Here is Coney, Roman Coney, and he is tackled in the backfield. Great defensive play there from the Bulldogs. And just coming up big for McKinley again is number 6, Chad Davis. Chad is another one that Coach Parnell told me about this week, that he really has some high hopes for this young man.
He took on the blocker, shed the block, and made the tackle. That's a DB.
So a loss on the play of 4 yards, so it brings up 2nd down and 14. So the Bulldogs here with a great opportunity to have a nice defensive stand. There's a handoff, Coney, and he got hammered again right at the line of scrimmage.
That number 22?
21 for the Bulldogs. That was Kayvon Hawkins. So a huge 3rd down now and 13 for McKinley. And the Bulldogs, their defense coach, trying to get some momentum going for the offense. Let's see if they can hold here and bring that McKinley offense back on the field.
Well, they've been as good or better than St. Augustine after those first 2 scores. Number 21, Kayvon, you don't see a D lineman with a number 21 on his jersey very often.
Not too often. So Storr now with his feet in the end zone is going to turn, hand it off to Coney. Roman Coney has a little bit of running room, bounces it outside, gets it across the 15, about the 16-yard line. He's going to be short of the first down. Oh, no, he got it. He did get it. He needed to the 17, and they gave him the 17, so first down.
Yeah, I couldn't tell looking through all the bodies where he stepped out.
Yeah, here you go. Take a look at the replay, and he referee right there on the sideline. So that's a great play there by the Hermits.
That's a huge conversion for St. Augustine.
Boy, you never think on 3rd and 14 that they would run the football and pick up a first down, but they did.
Looks to be some confusion.
Man in motion this time. They finally get him set, and now we've got a whistle. And, yeah, you're right. There was some confusion there. It's going to be a procedure penalty. Oh, they got a timeout before. So, timeout on the field. 3:52 to go here in the 3rd. We'll take a timeout. Bulldogs trail by 14.
The news of the day, every day, on Canton's Morning News with Pam Cook.
Paving every alley in the city of Canton over the first 4 years is just part of the plan. Right now, we have contractors who are cleaning these alleys up that haven't been addressed for decades and decades. And literally, there were people coming out of their houses and hugging the guys working for the contractor cleaning these alleys up.
Yeah.
But that's a good thing.
It is a great thing.
It is a good thing.
1480 WHBC.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in
Storr going to hand it off. Coney has some running room, and he's tripped up right close to the 30 at the 29-yard line. And, boy, every time they need a big play, Roman Coney has come up big.
That demonstrates what I just was talking about. I think that a running back with burst could have taken that and made a guy miss and gone the distance.
He makes a guy miss at the initial point of contact. He does a great job. Doesn't have that breakaway speed, though. And here's another running play. Flag down this time. Coney gets it across the 30 to the 32-yard line, and it's going to come back.
He's a physical runner. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
You know, but when you have a guy that's both physical and blessed with a burst that's hard to match, that's a rare commodity.
He's got a bulldog down. Might be a cramp. So it's going to be a penalty on St. Augustine, and then it'll be that was on a third down or first down play, so it'll remain first down. They haven't marked it off yet that I'm aware of.
No, I think they're waiting for the injured player to get out of the way so that they can do that.
Looks like Colin Hinkle is the injured player, and he looks to be okay. He's walking off under his own power there. You can see him coming in your picture.
6 foot, 200-pound senior.
Yeah, McKinley on that defensive front four. They run a 3-4, 4-3, 4-2-5. They'll mix it up. Amari Mitchell will move up from that linebacker position, come up to the line. So Hinkle, Dawkins, and Tyreek Daniels across the front there, and then throw Amari Mitchell in there as well. There is a handoff. Coney, and he's just short of the 29-yard line. Mark him at the 28.
Not sure how many carries he has on the evening, but he's been their primary ball carrier.
Jason, what do you got there?
19 carries for 77 yards.
There you go.
Yep, with a quarter and 2 minutes and 56 seconds to go.
Jason West, our statistician tonight, filling in very nicely. Bob Jeffrey's off this week. So second down and 11. Here is Coney again, and the workhorse Coney got some speed. There he goes. And he is going to take it to the house.
See, I have no idea what I'm talking about.
72 yards on the carry.
Well, he broke a tackle at the 40.
And there he goes.
And the Bulldogs didn't gain on him.
No.
You know, once he separated, he maintained the separation.
Roman Coney. And that is a backbreaker right now for the Bulldogs as they now trail 20-0 pending the extra point.
Yeah, that 20th carry.
The extra point attempt from Tanzola is up, and it is good. So with 2:26 to go here in the third, it is St. Augustine 21 and the McKinley Bulldogs nothing. We'll be back after these timeouts.
We provide both service like preventative maintenance on your local residential house. We provide custom ductwork. We do residential and commercial HVAC, and we do refrigeration for restaurants, for gas stations. We can fix your furnace, or we can fix your rooftop at your place of business themselves. Also, it's the comfort of your home. I mean, you want someone that's experienced and done it all to make sure your home is comfortable and the temperature you like it.
With Bell Store's Bell Buddy Rewards, you save in-store and at the pump. New members receive 20 cents off per gallon as a welcome gift. Everyday savings are made easy. Instantly enjoy 3 cents off per gallon just for being a member. When you spend $25 in store, unlock an extra 5 cents off per gallon on your next fill-up. Buy 5, get 1 free. Track your drinks and earn free coffee, fountain, icy, and espresso with drink clubs. So start saving today. Download the Bell Stores app and sign up for Bell Buddy Rewards.
Back here at Thom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, the Bulldogs now trail 21-0 after this kick. We'll go to Thom for the scoring drive. Our scoring drive brought to you by Freshmark Sugardale. Predictably delicious since 1920. Coach, you got the scoring drive.
Yeah, the Hermits score in 5 plays. They covered 93 yards in 3 minutes and 45 seconds. The key play was a 72-yard run by Roman Coney. Tanzola was good with the PAT, the extra point, and the Hermits are up 21-0 with 2 minutes and 26 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
So the Bulldogs now will have it after the kickoff at their own 20-yard line. Trent Hayden, the quarterback, looking over the defense, going to send 3 receivers to the far side. Play clock down to 3-2, and they got it off. Hayden throws, wide receiver screen, and great defense. Oh, my goodness. What a play there defensively by Christian Dunph. And he has really, Christian Dunoff, I'm sorry, done a great job defensively there on that screen.
Well, in that play call indicates that McKinley's aware of their inability to protect the quarterback. That was a catch-set throw. He got that ball out of his hand quickly, which is what you do when you call that play. Quarterback can't get it to the wideout fast enough.
Hayden changing the play, looks like, and now he's got 2 receivers near, 2 on the far side. Clock at 1:45, throws, has a man tipped and incomplete. And let's see who got their hand on that. That was, I think, 37 for the Hermits. That was Anthony Mento.
I thought McKinley may have gotten away with a little early release by one of the wide receivers to the right side. No call, though.
So it brings up 3rd down and 9 for Canton McKinley. Don't forget, next Friday night, we will be at Louisville, Northwest and Louisville on our YouTube game of the week, brought to you by Aultman Health Systems and Aultcare. Here is a handoff to West, and West takes it across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Clock continues to roll, minute 26 and counting. And the Bulldogs forced to punt now. Tommy Mankowski is back, and Coach, this has been an adventure all night.
Yes, it has. I'm sitting here holding my breath right now.
That time a little low, but that time Mankowski lost control of it, and he goes, oh, he fumbled the football and into the end zone with the score is
the referee didn't indicate
Mills.
a touchdown.
Maybe you can't advance that. I don't think you can.
Yes, you can.
Well,
yes, you can.
But
It's a fumble.
But he said no. Or did he? They're going to mark it at the 10.
I never saw a referee indicate a touchdown, though. Did you?
Nope.
Yeah, you can advance that. That's a fumble.
Okay, let's see what's going on here. Oh, you know what? They're saying his knee was down. As soon as it was before the fumble, his knee went down, and that is why it's marked at the 10-yard line. So Bulldogs dodge a bullet, but they have their backs up against the wall here defensively.
Yep, I think you're right. I think it's the right call.
There's a handoff. Coney got to the 10, and that's it. So brings up 2nd down and goal from the 10-yard line. Now they gave him a little bit of forward progress to about the 9.
Yep, McKinley's defense being tested in the red zone again.
And now we've got Coney down on one knee, and they're saying, stay down there, young man. He wanted to get up, but I don't know if he's got a cramp. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yep. So he's down on a knee. Want to remind everybody, Buckeyes tomorrow, a big one right off the bat. Ohio State takes on Texas in Columbus. We'll have the game for you on 1480 WHBC. Pre-game is at 10:30 with kickoff at high noon.
Is this the first turnover of the game, or am I not remembering? It is. We didn't have one in the first half, right? Okay.
Yep.
And that was it was a slow snap
right
to punter.
Right.
The punter in this particular instance just didn't handle the snap.
Right.
Dropped it, picked it up, tried to do the rugby punt, but was tackled and
didn't work.
And down. Yep.
Hey, speaking of the Buckeyes, Lee Corso has his last game day tomorrow. Coach Corso, for many years, entertained us on that game day show, and longtime coach in college. So he says goodbye tomorrow.
Yeah, he added a lot to that program. I won't be able to see it because I'm going to be at my grandson's scrimmage at Case Western Reserve tomorrow.
Here's a throw into the end zone, and McClear. Nope, they're saying it hit the ground. So Ty McClear almost sold that because he caught it and kind of rolled over real quick. But they say it's incomplete. Here's a look at it, Coach. One of the few mishaps that Storr has had all night. I think I don't know.
There's no replay in high school,
No,
right?
there isn't.
Ryan Storr, that's an off-balance throw when you sprint out and throw the ball.
Yeah.
And he had an open receiver, and he had time. There was very little pressure. The left side of McKinley's defense bit the run fake to the left.
Third down and goal. Storr going to throw as pressure goes down. Nice job defensively there by the Bulldogs. And coming in and making the play for McKinley, number 44. That is Colin Hinkle.
I think the intention was to throw back to the back that he faked to.
Yep.
To number 5.
That'll do it here for the end of the third quarter. We now go to quarter number 4. The Bulldogs trail 21-0. We'll be back after these timeouts.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Massillon, and Alliance. Order online today at oldcarolina.com.
From the heart of the Hall of Fame city to the Carnation City, all the way into the City of Champions. Mixed Mornings have come back home, and we can't wait to have you on our team.
Sounds like Stark County. Mixed Mornings with Matt Bento. Weekdays 6 till 10. Mix 94.1.
Field goal attempt. Back here to start the fourth quarter, and Luke Tanzola is going to try a field goal from the 23-yard line. It is good. It's a 33-yard field goal for the Hermits. And to open the scoring here in the fourth quarter, St. Augustine gets a 33-yarder from Luke Tanzola, and they add on to their lead. We'll take another timeout. Our score, St. Augustine 24 and McKinley nothing.
Aultman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Aultman is always here for you.
A strong community brings people together and lifts them through all of life's challenges. At Friends and Family Credit Union, we believe a dependable financial resource is crucial for a strong community. That's why, in addition to our financial services, we support our neighbors whenever we can. Giving back to our community, we strive to be a part of the growth and success of our institutions, organizations, and neighbors. Because when they succeed, we succeed.
Welcome back here to Thom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium as the Hermits tack on another field goal here, and we'll get the scoring drive from Thom here in a second. Our Freshmark Sugardale scoring drive predictably delicious since 1920. Coach, you've got that scoring drive.
It's an interesting scoring drive. 33-yard field goal was the end result. 4 plays for -6 yards. And all this was done in 57 seconds. And St. Augustine has the fourth quarter lead 24-0.
All right, we want to welcome all the folks that have been listening to that Louisville Alliance game on 1480 WHBC. They're joining us now for this broadcast. McKinley and St. Augustine. And it's been pretty much St. Augustine all night tonight. They lead 24-0 here, just starting the fourth quarter of play. St. Augustine scoring on their first 2 possessions in the ball game, and McKinley went down 14-0, just like that. And that was our score at halftime. Bulldogs looked good to start the second half, just couldn't get the ball into the end zone, and St. Augustine has tacked on another 10 here in this second half. They lead now by 24.
And the key play was the explosive long touchdown run.
Yep. Here is a handoff and a little bit of running room there for Zion Culver. And Culver will move the chains for the Bulldogs.
Akeem Jones, key defensive lineman for the Hermits, is down. Looks like a cramp situation
another
also.
Cramp, yeah.
Well, again, it's their first game.
Yeah, it is. Yep. They're allowed a couple, right?
So no.
No?
Typically, we see some of these in the first or second game.
Yeah. Coach, you got a nice text from Ted Bowersox, who is out in Southern California listening to our broadcast tonight. I want to say hi to Ted and everyone out there. Appreciate you listening in. Sorry, Ted, your Bulldogs not making it happen tonight, but thank you for listening.
Hello, Ted. Appreciate you.
So Akeem Jones walking off under his own power. It's a little tough there when you got a cramp in the calf, and he's trying to stretch it out. So St. Augustine will bring their defense back out. And the Bulldogs now face the first down and 10 with 11:05 and counting on the clock. Hayden, the quarterback, in the shotgun. He'll turn, hand it off, and not much running room that time for Zion Culver. Got tripped up right at the line of scrimmage, so to bring up second down and 10.
I've been in games like this in my life where you just your offensive front, couldn't match, the defensive front that you were facing, and they're down 24-0, and they ran the ball on first down, and now they have a second down and 9 situation, but there's an explanation for that, and people don't want to hear it, but they're just not able to pass protect the quarterback.
Here's a nice run by Culver this time. Gets it close to the first down. Let's see if they give it to him. They do. Out to about the 44-yard line. McKinley going to go quick here. They take a look over at the sideline. 2 receivers on the far side, 1 near. As Hayden now looks over the defense, sets his running back to his right. And a handoff to Culver again. Has some running room. Culver across midfield at the 45 of the Hermits and picks up a first down as he falls forward to about the 43-yard line. So nice run that time.
That's right. And if you can't protect the quarterback in the passing game, then run the ball the way they're running it right now.
9:44 and counting on the clock. The Bulldogs got a little something going here offensively now. Here's a handoff. Culver again. Culver to the 40-yard line, so a pickup of about 3 yards that time.
It's their best answer right now.
Yeah.
It's their best answer. That was a power play to the right. They pulled the left guard as part of the point of attack.
Brian Novak will have the Hammersmith Insurance Scoreboard Show on 1480. Make sure you stick around for all the scores, highlights. Here's a handoff to West, I believe that is. And it is. It's
14, yep.
Kylan West. They've got 24 and 14 on jerseys that are so hard to read from this far up. Had to wait and see him turn around.
The closer they are, the easier it is to read.
Culver's 24. West is 14. And 14 is in there now. That's Kylan West.
And from the side, they're hard to read. You
yeah.
can't read it. You need a straight-on angle.
Big white numbers on that jersey would look real nice, wouldn't it, Coach?
Yeah, yeah.
Here is a handoff. West has a little bit of running room, got to the 30-yard line, so another first down for McKinley. Clock continues to run, but the chains are moving now, so they're going to stop.
They get another one of those D linemen to cramp up and get him out of the game and get a backup in there. That may help their cause.
Damari Simeon has been kind of quiet tonight, the defensive lineman for the Hermits that's headed to Ohio State next year. Here's another handoff. West has some running room up the middle. Gets inside the 20 to about the 17-yard line. So another first down for McKinley, and the Bulldogs have something cooking here.
Number one for the Hermits, Ty McClear, safety. He's limping, maybe fighting off a cramp.
So now we've got a timeout. I believe that was the Hermits that called timeout. 8:29 to go here in the ball game. We'll take a timeout with them. Bulldogs trail 24-0. We'll be back.
At Aultcare, we care about your well-being and the importance of being well. You deserve access to the best in healthcare. With over 16,000 providers in network, Aultcare makes it easy for you to find a local provider you can trust. Our services are focused entirely on you. Aultcare's team of local physicians, nurses, dietitians, pharmacists, and more are available to help you navigate the healthcare system to receive the quality care you deserve. We take your healthcare personally because you matter.
Does your fast-paced family need internet that can keep up? Accelerate Fiber from MCTV has you covered with the speeds and reliability to match your lifestyle. With speeds up to 1 gigabit, Accelerate Fiber lets everyone in your home stream, game, video chat, and work all at the same time. Connect with MCTV's Accelerate Fiber technology for the speed and dependability your family deserves.
The Bulldogs now will have it first and 10 from the 17-yard line. There's a handoff to West, and he's got a lot of trouble in the backfield. He's going to lose a couple yards. Nice play there defensively for the Hermits. Number 11, Nicholas Costa, the Northwestern recruit. Last year, Costa had 50 tackles, 11 of them tackle for losses. He is a handful down there for that McKinley offensive line. Just under 8 minutes to go here in the ball game. Bulldogs second down, 12 yards to go after the loss. Hayden going to hand it off to Culver. Nope, he kept it, and he throws end zone and overthrew everybody. Good fake. He had me faked out as Hayden faked it to Culver. It was a good thing he did. Culver got hit right at the line of scrimmage, but nobody to throw to, though, in the end zone. Good defensive play.
Well, they've been running the ball so successfully here in this possession that a play-action pass was going to happen sooner or later. Again, McKinley's got a new head coach, a new coaching staff, 3 returning starters on this offense by my calculation. So, there's some growing pains taking place here, and that's actually to be expected.
Clock stopped, 7:36 to go in the ball game. Hayden looking over to the sideline, and he's not agreeing with the play call or something, so they call timeout. Coach, could you tell what he was doing there?
He was looking at the sideline, and they have two coaches signaling plays, and from behind they were both signaling the same thing. And I don't know, whether Trent was confused by the play signal. I don't know, but the best thing to do at that point was to take a timeout. Yeah.
Well, they have it now 3rd down and 12. Obviously, this is four down territory without a doubt. Bulldogs trying to get on the scoreboard. They've been shut out for 3.5 quarters.
Yep.
And
well, again, I'm not making excuses. We didn't say this at the beginning of the game, but that's part of the result that you see right now with 7:36 remaining in the fourth quarter.
So back to the line of scrimmage, and the Bulldogs now will go 2 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near. Culver is the running back. Hayden going to drop back. Throws middle and into double coverage and nearly intercepted.
He actually got to finish his drop and set himself and throw the ball. But he didn't have an uncovered receiver that he was throwing.
No, Daniel Francis there, the defensive outside linebacker, did a nice job dropping back into coverage. And they were double teaming the intended receiver that time.
There was a chance for an interception, actually, too.
I want to thank all the folks tuning in on our YouTube channel tonight. A lot of folks sending us texts. We appreciate you listening and watching. There is a lob into the end zone, and it is intercepted, but we've got a flag down in the end zone. Let's see what that's all about.
Holding on the defense.
Yep. So we've got folks listening now on 1480 WHBC as well as watching us on our YouTube broadcast. Next week we will be in Louisville for the Leopards and Northwest. And both teams winners tonight. So we look forward to that one. They always treat us so well over in Louisville. So looking forward to coming over to Leopard Town. I know Val Burke over there makes me some chocolate Buckeyes every time we go over there. Looking forward to that. I hope she's listening tonight so she can make some more.
I think the penalty eliminates the interception.
It does. Yep. So the hold gives the
2 good things.
Bulldogs, but it's still 4th down now.
No, it's not.
There's a pass. And Elijah Finn into the end zone for the touchdown. But wait, we've got flags. And the flags are going to be on the Bulldogs.
Yeah, the Augustine players are celebrating.
Yep.
At this point, it can only be a penalty on the opponent.
Let's see here. We got a hold on the offense, so that's going to push McKinley back. But the original line of scrimmage was the 10, right? Yeah, you're going to go back to about the 20.
I don't know if the hold factored into the success of the play. But it was well done by the Bulldogs.
Yep, it'll bring up a 4th down now.
Most successful pass attempt of the night.
Yep. So the Bulldogs now with 4 receivers in the pattern. And Hayden looks over the defense, sends a man in motion. That is Hill. Back to pass. Throws, end zone, got a man, and caught. Touchdown, McKinley. Great throw, and Dedrick Britt went up and brought it down. Good job there by Britt, and a great throw from Trent Hayden. And the Bulldogs are on the scoreboard with 7:11 to go in the ball game.
You teach your receivers to high point the ball. When the ball is thrown up in the air like that, and it's basically a jump ball for who's going to get possession of it. And it's a great job of high pointing the ball and coming down with the touchdown.
Dedrick Britt, the senior, got up there and brought it down.
Yeah, he did.
Great hands.
Yep.
So McKinley now, Mankowski's on for the extra point attempt. Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 7:11 to go here in the ball game, the Bulldogs get on the board, but they trail 24-7. We'll take a timeout and be back right after these timeouts.
Aultman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Aultman is always here for you.
CKP Heating and Cooling is the go-to name for heating, cooling, and more. Local owners Chaz and Ty want to thank the community for their business and support. For heating, cooling, refrigeration, boiler work, sheet metal, custom fabrication, and more, go with CKP. Call 330-791-3029 or visit them online at ckphvac.com.
80?
Yeah.
Okay.
On 15 carries.
Here we go back here at Thom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. Frank Cilona alongside Coach Thom McDaniels. Jason West, our statistician tonight. Glad you're on board.
Is this the time for an onside? Are you that desperate at this particular point, or are you going to kick it away?
I think you kick it away.
Yeah, they kick it away.
Hermits take it at about the 7-yard line. A little bit of running room, but then quickly closes in on Bryce Clark.
Yep, good coverage. Good coverage. Looked like he had a hole, but that disappeared quickly.
So 7:06, the Bulldogs need a turnover, need something here quick as we take a look at our Freshmark Sugardale scoring drive. Predictably delicious since 1920. Here's Thom with the scoring drive.
Yes, McKinley in 13 plays, 80 yards, taking 4 minutes and 45 seconds off the clock. Hayden DeBritt for the 28-yard touchdown pass. And in the fourth quarter, with 7:11 to go, it was 24-7, St. Augustine.
There you go. You see it right there on your screen. Great throw, great catch.
Yeah.
And
well
Bulldogs,
done on both ends.
Yeah, Bulldogs are on the board. Here is a running play, a new running back in there, number 22. That is Jimmy Chirico. And Chirico got back to the line of, well, he got about a yard there, let's say. Boy, they're stretching it out to about 2 yards here. So 2nd down and 8.
We haven't called his name tonight.
No, Chirico just, that was his first carry, I believe, right, Jason?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, Coney went off. He wasn't the one that went off with the cramp, was it?
No.
Okay.
No. 6:28 and counting here.
Chirico is listed as a backup, so.
Yep. 2nd down and 8. Store hands it off. Chirico again. And a couple more yards there, all the way out to about the 28-yard line. Brings up a 3rd down and long.
Yeah, he's a little version at running back. He's listed at 5'8", 170. He's a sophomore.
Yep. Yeah, Coney is a junior, 5'10", 195. But
he looks bigger than that to me.
Yeah. .544 and counting on the clock. And the Hermits kind of taking their good old time. Yeah. At what point, though, Coach, do you start, if you're McKinley, I guess you kind of wait to see. They've got 2 timeouts left. Got to start using them.
Yep. They're going to snap the ball late in the play clock.
Down to 1, and they do get it off. There's Coney that time. So Roman Coney back in, and he got back to the line of scrimmage. So no gain, and it'll bring up 4th down. So
sometimes
St. Augustine's going to have to punt.
I think teams and coaches don't practice this situation enough, where you've got the lead, and you want to take time off the clock. But but I don't think you need to snap the ball under 5 because they didn't look like that they were ready or prepared. I think the play call got in late.
Yeah.
I think you get the play call in as soon as possible, and you coach the quarterback to get him to the line of scrimmage, you know, with 10 to go and snap it with 5 to go.
Well, they're down to 5 now on this punt attempt from Tanzola. And that was a high snap, but he got it. And the kick is a wobbly kick, but it hits at about the 38-yard line, takes a hermit bounce all the way into the 23-yard line. So
it was catchable.
It was catchable. I was waiting for you to say that. So the Bulldogs will start now at their own 23-yard line with just 4:22 on the clock. So you got to score quick and score often if you're McKinley right now.
Well, they've got the momentum right now. You know, they had a nice scoring drive, great throw and catch. Had St. Augustine go 3 and out.
The Bulldogs now. Here's a handoff. Not much going there.
Yep. They need a big play.
For West, as Kylan West, the Hoban transfer, came over to McKinley this year. He and Trent Hayden both. And now the Bulldogs are faced with a 2nd down and 9. Clock is down to 3:55. Boy, not much sense of urgency there if you're McKinley, I don't think. Still taking time to get to play. And with 10 seconds, they finally snap it. Hayden throws, and that one's just thrown away.
It was a one receiver route, and the route.
Yeah.
The route didn't make sense to me. And the quarterback was flushed out of the pocket. Maybe that was part of what I saw, but at least it stopped the clock.
Make sure you stick around at the conclusion of tonight's ball game. We'll have our Old Carolina Barbecue Player of the Game. Old Carolina, the official barbecue of football, and our MCTV Key Play of the Game. Not too many of them tonight for the Bulldogs, but we'll pick one for you. Make it a key play. Here is Hayden going to run and go down at about the 32-yard line. So a gain of about 9 and enough for the first down.
Immediate pressure from St. Augustine, but there was a big gap between the right edge rusher and the next defender, and Trent saw that, took advantage of it, and got a good gain and a first down.
So 1st and 10, clock at 3:10 and counting. Hayden back to throw. Steps up, throws, has a receiver. Oh, he dropped the football. Oh, my. Brick does not usually do that too often, but Dedrick thought about running before he caught it, I think.
Well, and he's explosive in space, and he was in space. There were yards to be gained after that catch.
So bring up a 2nd down, and the clock stops at 3:03. Bulldogs waiting on the play. My goodness. Good thing the clock has stopped. Play clock, though, is down to 10 and down to 6. And finally get it off with 3. Hayden rolling, throws, has a man. Oh, what a catch. Nice catch that time from Darius Hill. He caught the ball with 1 foot in, and that is impressive.
I think it's a legitimate inbounds catch.
Yeah.
My goodness, that was a great play.
That could be another one of our MCTV key plays of the game.
That was an exceptional catch by that young man, Darius Hill, number 19. 5'7", 170-pound junior.
So the Bulldogs now 4 receivers in the pattern. They've got them spread. Clock stopped, 2:57, 3rd down and 4. There's a pass. Oh, behind the receiver that time was Elijah Finn. And I don't think Finn even saw it coming until too late, but it was behind him.
Yeah. I think it was two receivers both running slants.
Yep, so it'll bring up a 4th down. So McKinley here with a big play trying to keep this drive alive. 2:54 on the clock. Bulldogs trail 24-7. Hayden, blitz on, throws, pass incomplete, but we might have defensive pass interference. Anthony Mento that time was kind of locked up with the receiver. They're either going to call holding or pass interference here, Coach. Let's see. Holding.
Yep. There was contact throughout.
Yeah.
That's a linebacker attempting to keep a receiver from getting vertical.
Yep. So it'll keep the drive alive for McKinley. 2:51 on the clock. Clock stopped. Bulldogs, again, 4 in the pattern. Back to throw. Hayden. Quick slant. Got it. Hill still on his feet. Inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Darius Hill that time with a big play for the Bulldogs. Keeps the chains moving. Clock stopped momentarily. Now it starts up again.
Another really good catch by Darius. That was a contested catch, and it was high. He's able to catch that with his hands. It's the only way you can bring it down, and he looks like he's comfortable doing it.
2:26 and counting. Hayden back to throw. Has room to run. He's going to run it. He's at the 30, 25, still on his feet and pushed out of bounds at the 23, and a flag comes down. That's a late hit.
Yep. That's a silly penalty.
So 15 more tacked onto that one. And
actually
Trent Hayden.
Half the distance from that point, won't it be?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. So they have it at the 23. That'll move it forward to see where they put it down here.
Yep, little overzealous play by Daniel Francis from St. Augustine.
We're going to go to the 11. Huh. Comes out to be a 12-yard penalty. So 1st and 10 for McKinley, and now the Hermits want to take a timeout. So we'll keep it here. 2:16 to go in the ball game. Want to remind everybody, next Friday night we will be at Louisville, Northwest at Louisville. Back to our 7 o'clock start over in Leopardtown. And then on Saturday, we will bring you the 7 o'clock game here on the YouTube. It is the McKinley Bulldogs will play Cleveland Heights. And again, that'll be on our Aultman Health Systems Aultcare YouTube game of the week. And we'll give you the rest of that lineup for you that next weekend. It'll start Saturday with the Glen Oak and Cleveland East Tech. That'll be our radio game and our WHBCSports.com stream game. And this is going to be a good one. The couple of powerhouses out of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh Central Catholic. Play where Dan Marino went?
Yep, played him.
Yeah. And they'll take on Woodland Hills. And that's going to be a good one. That's going to be on our stream game. So make sure next weekend you tune it all in to 1480 WHBC, WHBCSports.com, and our YouTube channel as well. So the Bulldogs will have it. Back to throw. Hayden throws. End zone. Has a man and knocked away. Good defensive play that time by Daniel Francis. He's come up big a couple times on some pass breakups.
Trent Hayden gave him a chance. Again, he was backpedaling, wasn't able to set his feet because of the pass pressure, but he gave his guy a chance for a contested catch.
Yep. So 2nd down now and 10. Bulldogs at the 11-yard line. So they can get a 1st down at the 1, but they need to score. Clock counting. Play clock at 9. Down to 5. Let's see if they get it. There they go. They get it snapped. Pressure. End zone. Pass. Caught. Touchdown. What a play. Going up for it. Guess who? Dedrick Britt. And Britt comes down with his second touchdown of the ball game.
Not just his second touchdown, his second great catch for a touchdown.
That is another great catch by Dedrick Britt. How many catches does he have? That's just the 2, right?
No, he's got 4 for 39.
He's got 4, okay.
4 for 39.
All right. So
Again, he high points the ball, and you teach it, and don't always get it, but he understands that.
Bulldogs here with the extra point up and good. They've scored 14 here in the quarter, so don't go anywhere, folks. 2:06 to go in this ball game. Bulldogs only trail by 10. Can make things happen here. You never know. Timeout on the field. 2:06 to go in the ball game. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after these timeouts.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Massillon, and Alliance. Order online today at oldcarolina.com.
I'm Myles Garrett of the Cleveland Browns, proud to be a member of Team Sarchon. Join us at Sarchon Auto Group as we drive towards a brighter future. Because when we come together, on and off the field, we can accomplish anything. Community, teamwork, strength. That's what we're all about.
Well, a little excitement here in the fourth quarter as the Bulldogs trying to come back. 24-14 is our score. 2:05 remaining here in the ball game, but you never know. Here's an onside kick, but handled nicely by the Hermits. And coming up with that is Chase Wilder, and a good job there recovering that onside kick for St. Augustine. And Thom takes a look at that Freshmark Sugardale scoring drive. Predictably delicious since 1920.
Yes, we've got Dedrick Britt with his second great catch for a touchdown. 11-yard touchdown pass from Hayden. Mankowski with the PAT, 9 plays, 78 yards, and they took 2 minutes and 16 seconds to do that in a come-from-behind effort. Hats off to the Bulldogs.
All right. Well, they need to come up big on defense here. Let's see what they can do. Here is Coney, and Roman Coney takes it up the middle for about 3 yards there, and the Bulldogs going to call a quick timeout with 2 minutes to go in the ball game.
And they've got one more timeout.
Yeah, never know.
Yep, you never know.
Hey, we're proud to announce our partnership with Rock Entertainment. Our YouTube games will air on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network on a delayed basis as well. Rock Entertainment Sports Network is available statewide in Ohio, Spectrum Cable 979, and also at watchrocksports.com. Check out the website for more replay times, and you can catch this ball game as well this weekend. I want to thank our sponsors again, the Aultman Health Systems and Aultcare Group. They are our sponsors this year. Freshmark Sugardale, they sponsor our scoring drive. Bell Stores, our halftime show. Old Carolina Barbecue, with our player of the game, MCTV, with our key play of the game as well. We'll have those for you at the end of the ball game tonight. Second down now and 7. Here's Coney again. Roman trying to get to the outside and turn the corner, and he does, and he gets the first down. And that one hurts because the Bulldogs now have to go through 4 more downs unless they get a turnover here.
Again, the information I have about McKinley is that they returned 3 starters on offense and 3 on defense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they're a young team in terms of playing experience. They may be seniors, but they weren't necessarily starters.
Yeah.
But what they've been able to do since halftime, you know, is impressive to me.
Yeah.
And I think it bodes well for their future.
Well, and this team is still young, like you said, and they're learning. They're getting valuable game experience. Now, this is certainly a game you want to win, but it doesn't hurt you this early in the season. Here is Coney, and Coney gets out of bounds, but he had picked up a few yards there.
See, in this particular instance, I wouldn't run the ball to the boundary.
No, why would you? You know, now
if I'm going to try to run the clock out, I'm going to call a running play, but it's going to be to the wide side of the field where we have little or no chance to run out of bounds.
Is there a flag right there at the 48?
There is.
Yeah, there is.
There is. I don't know what that's all about.
Oh, face mask. Oh, boy. Hey, it's very, very important that you know the weather, the latest traffic situation, local news, and what's happening around the world. And that means it's very important for you to tune in to Canton's Morning News every weekday at 5:30 a.m. Pam Cook is your host, and she'll entertain you as well. Listen on air, online, or on Alexa. So the face mask makes it a first down and additional yards. So the Bulldogs now really have their backs up against the wall. They need to force a fumble or something here. Try to get that ball back.
St. Augustine doesn't need to score.
No.
You know, they just need to get 1 minute and 45 seconds in their history. They need to get that over with.
Store in the shotgun, going to hand it off to Coney. I'm sorry, Roman Coney. No, check that. That is
22.
Jimmy Chirico.
Oh. It is 22.
Boy, you were right, though, Coach. They do look very similar, unless you can catch the number. One's 5'9", or I'm sorry, 5'10", 195. The other one's 5'8", 170, but they do look very similar from up here. So Bulldogs use their final timeout.
And we can read their numbers.
We can. That's a good thing. They've got white uniforms with dark blue numbers, and they're easy to read. Now, if you look at the TV broadcast or the YouTube broadcast, the McKinley numbers look perfect. I mean, you can see them so well, but
they're better on TV than they are in
where
real life.
we stand right here, we can't hardly see them down on the field. So.
The fans can't see that either.
No,
you know, that are here in attendance.
Yeah,
but it's a difficult identification.
It just means that Casey Claxon and the Claxon Communications crew, they've got good cameras because they're picking this up like, you know, so easy to read.
Well, we've come to expect that from them and appreciate it.
We do. What a great crew we have here.
Okay, this is take a knee time. No.
And there's a handoff to Chirico again, and Chirico brought down at about the 25-yard line. Ethan Mueller down. Oh, he's all right. I think he's just tired. he got up slowly there. A big offensive lineman there, the right guard, 6'2", 305. How about that?
Ethan Mueller.
Well,
they're 6'7", 315, 6'3", 255, 6'5", 296, 6'2", 305, 6'5", 295 across the front.
And a tight end that's 6'4", 215.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he's the little guy.
Yeah, he's the little guy. So now with the clock winding down under a minute, this is take a knee time, isn't it? Nope, they're going to run it. And go down, young man.
Don't even need to hand it off.
No, he fumbled it, but he got it back. So
he was down.
Yep. So that was that was our guy.
19?
Was that 40? Yeah, 19. You're right. That was Jaden Robinson, the big guy. And now the clock is at 35 and counting, and this will probably be the last play. And Coach Lanchetta comes out on the field, and I think he may have reminded his team, like you were saying, we don't need to score. We just need to run the clock out.
Yeah. Well, and you can do that by taking a knee.
And he does.
And he does.
So Ryan Storr, who's played a whale of a game at quarterback, will take a knee there to pretty much end the ball game. Clock down to 3, 2, and 1, and that is going to do it tonight for this one. Our final score, 24 for St. Augustine the Hermits and 14 for the Canton McKinley Bulldogs. We'll take some timeouts and be back right after this.
Does your fast-paced family need internet that can keep up? Accelerate Fiber from MCTV has you covered with the speeds and reliability to match your lifestyle. With speeds up to 1 gigabit, Accelerate Fiber lets everyone in your home stream, game, video chat, and work all at the same time. Connect with MCTV's Accelerate Fiber technology for the speed and dependability your family deserves. Upgrade today.
Visit mctvohio.com or call today.
Today's leftovers are tomorrow's hot dog toppings. The leftover dog. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum. We've all had a foot long, but who amongst us has had the courage to attempt a foot high? Stack it high. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum.
With Bell Store's Bell Buddy Rewards, you save in-store and at the pump. New members receive 20 cents off per gallon as a welcome gift. Everyday savings are made easy. Instantly enjoy 3 cents off per gallon just for being a member. When you spend $25 in store, unlock an extra 5 cents off per gallon on your next fill-up. Buy 5, get 1 free. Track your drinks and earn free coffee, fountain, icy, and espresso with drink clubs. So start saving today. Download the Bell Stores app and sign up for Bell Buddy Rewards.
From the heart of the Hall of Fame city to the Carnation City, all the way into the City of Champions. Mixed mornings have come back home, and we can't wait to have you on our team.
Sounds like Stark County. Mixed mornings with Matt Bento. Weekdays 6 till 10. Mix 94.1.
For over 60 years, Friends and Family Credit Union has proudly served Stark County. We provide financial services to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Stark County. Whether it's a loan, savings, checking, or other financial services, now more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family. Come visit any of our 3 locations, online or our mobile app. Our focus is always you, the member.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Massillon, and Alliance. Order online today at oldcarolina.com.
Aultman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Aultman is always here for you.
Back here at Thom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, Frank Cilona, along with Coach Tom McDaniels, Jason West, our statistician tonight. And Coach, 24-14, our final score. St. Augustine Prep looked good tonight. This was a team that we knew coming into this ball game they weren't going to be a pushover, and the Bulldogs, I think, knew it as well. But the defensive line is what we heard about all week. And this was a team that kind of showed up defensively. They gave up some late scores in the fourth quarter, but this St. Augustine defense is one of the toughest ones I've seen in a while.
I'm going to give credit to McKinley again because of their inexperience and a lot of new starters and a new coaching staff and so on and so forth. They're down significantly, and they were undeterred. You know, they they played hard the entire football game and manufactured some offense and made it interesting late in the game. We ready for the numbers or not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You can take a look at our numbers, and I'll turn it over to you.
Okay. This is for St. Augustine. First downs in the game, 11. They rushed 38 times for 218 yards and passed for just 49. They had a total of 267 yards on the evening. Passes completed, 7 of 12. They had 5 penalties for 42 yards, and they punted 4 times for a 39.3 average. They finished 4 of 12 on 3rd down and 1 of 1 on 4th down for the evening. For McKinley, first downs, 13. They rushed 31 times for 101 yards and passed for 79. Total yards, 180, a difficult night for them offensively. Passes completed, 11 of 23. They had 3 penalties for 30 yards, and they punted the ball 6 times for 33.5 yards per punt. They were 3 of 12 on 3rd down and 1 of 1 on 4th down.
All right, Coach, thank you for that. It's time now to talk about our Old Carolina Barbecue Player of the Game, and Old Carolina being the official barbecue of football. And we're going to go with Canton McKinley wide receiver Dedrick Britt. He had 4 catches tonight for 39 yards, but he had 2 very impressive touchdowns. So those numbers were enough to give him our Old Carolina Barbecue Player of the Game. And now it's our MCTV Key Play of the game. And one of those touchdowns from Dedrick Britt is a 20-yard strike from Hayden to Britt in the end zone. He came up big here. This was the first score for the Bulldogs. Got him on the board, got him going here in the ballgame. As you see, it was up for grabs. He came up, as you always say, at the highest point and came down with it, strong hands, and did a great job there. So congratulations to Dedrick Britt, our MCTV Key Play of the Game, as well as our Old Carolina Barbecue Player of the Game. Final thoughts?
Yep, Trent gave him a chance to catch the ball. The throw was not as difficult as the catch, but he had 2 great catches, not just touchdowns, 2 great catches for touchdowns. I was very impressed with him.
Yep, absolutely. Well, it's time for us to get out of here, but we want to thank the fine folks that helped with this production. First of all, our stat guy, Jason West, who did a great job filling in for Bob Jeffries tonight. Thank you, Jason. Our on-site engineer, Dale Lamb. Our video producer tonight, Casey Claxon, and the Claxon communication team made up of production assistant Andrew Hughes and our camera operator, Trevor Lake. And for my partner, Coach Thom McDaniels, I'm Frank Cilona saying good night, everybody. Our final score, once again, it was 24-14. St. Augustine with the win improves to 1-0, and McKinley with the loss falls to 1-1. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you for joining us for the 2025 Aultman Healthcare Systems Aultcare YouTube Game of the Week. Be sure to subscribe to the 1480 WHBC YouTube channel now.